Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means here at the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you AEW Dynamite Grand Slam Mexico. It's a mouthful, but we got a whole lot of things to talk about, whole lot of things to get into. Get in that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Grand Slam Mexico tonight. It's going to be a fun one, 2.5 hour special Dynamite. It's been a crazy month for special Dynamites. We had Blockbuster last week, a 4-hour show the week before that. So it's been crazy, but we're going to get into all of it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a fun time. As always, we start Wednesdays off with all the hopium, all the good vibes. We want TK and company to put on a good show. There's a lot to talk about, some interviews out there that people are buzzing about, some other things going on, breaking news, injuries. We're going to talk all about it here tonight. We're going to have a fun one. I see that chat blowing up already, so make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Remember, we want triple digits in the chat, so let's go. But I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. I hope you're doing good. You put hump day in the books. You're about to have Friday Junior tomorrow, and then the weekend will be upon us, folks. And we got so much more coming your way. We're going to talk about some breaking news here on the channel as well. I know it's got leaked out by somebody, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. In case you don't know, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be here again. Happy to jump into another Dynamite. Again, bonus. So they get 2.5 hours. Will they go into an overrun? Will we get more than 2.5 hours? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to figure it out. There's a lot on this card. And I'll run through the card real quick, and then I'll say hello to everybody out there. Again, get in that chat, even if it's just an emoji or a one. I don't know. Do anything. But top three from last night's chat, Damian, Kyle, and MDB. The Knee Pad Patrol getting into the third spot. Kyle jumping into second last night. I don't know. Damian's typing a lot. He might be a hard nut to crack there. So way to go, Damian. But yeah, we were into Grand Slam. Mark Briscoe, Okada, very interesting match. Mark Briscoe's probably going to take another L, the poor guy. Very high paid L taker at this point. I love Mark Briscoe. I think Mark Briscoe's great. But, I mean, let's be real. He's not winning this one. We got a 10-man tag. No, 12-man tag. I lied. We got both. But 12-man tag here tonight with a lot of people in it. Where I'm not going to list off everybody right now. We'll talk about it later. And then, of course, we got a fatal four-way. This is like a 4 million pesos super match again. Tony loves giving out those pesos. So, yeah, I mean, this match should be insane as a lot of moving parts here. Now, there is a rumor. And I'll get to that rumor in a second. But MJF taking on Mistico. Zeus is going against Mercedes Mone for Zeus's title, not Mercedes. Interesting fact. So we'll see what happens there. We got another tag match. Now, I did hear a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I just saw it 2 minutes before I hit live. But Beast Mortos is filling in for Claudio. Is that an actual thing? Did I make that up? I don't know. I'll let you guys let me know. Fact checkers out there. Is that a true story? I can't imagine it is actually a true story. I feel like we're playing into the big TMZ reports as Monet likes more toast. But we are ready to go. Like I said, lots coming your way. I guess what I will touch on, the breaking news here at the channel, the fun stuff, as we got so much content coming your way. And as I always say, we're always working on more stuff for you guys. We want you excited about the channel. We want to keep it fresh. We still have our other side shows. Literally, we got the Wing Show. We got Court. You'll see them again. They're coming back around. The wrestling's been busy. So when we can slot it in, we're going to do it. And one of the things we haven't done in quite a while is we haven't done an interview. And we got lucky enough to actually sit down and get an exclusive interview ahead of MLP Resurrection, July 5th in Quebec. But the French Canadian Frankenstein PCO sat down with yours truly. What a great guy. I mean, they say don't meet your heroes, but PCO was the complete opposite of that. An outstanding guy. Super pleasure to talk to him for a while. We focus mostly on kind of current events and such. But I implore everybody out there, check out this interview. It was a hell of an interview, a hell of a good time. So it was a lot of fun. Saturday, 1 p.m., that will be live. Make sure you tune in as we are excited about it. And we're working on more. We're working on more, folks. But PCO was super gracious as he decided to pop on in, and we talk a little bit of Resurrection. We talk a little bit about MLP, Maple Leaf Pro up here in the north, and how that's going. Scott Demore, Shotzi Blackheart. Can we get PCO and Shotzi Blackheart as a tag team somewhere out there? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Exciting times, but an amazing interview. We're looking for forward to it. And make sure you get there on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will have that popping up. But with all that being said, all my ramblings and all the fun stuff, as we are about 6 minutes away from the start of Dynamite tonight, I will remind you we have an extra half an hour at least tonight. So that shall make it fun. Zach jumping in. How you doing? How you doing? Jessica K. Hello, my friends, KJ White and Big Nicholas. Long time no see. Congrats on 7K. Looking forward to the stream tonight. See you later. Jessica, welcome back. Long time no see. Hope you are doing well. And on behalf of Big Nick and Anthony, welcome back. Welcome back. Jamie Curtis. Jamie, how you doing? How you doing? How's your brother Michael? Anyway, oh my God, KJ, rumor. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around. Rumor is TKO's trying to offload WWE. Why? Rumor is WWE is, TKO's trying to find somebody to take it. Why? Why would that be a thing? Why is that happening? I don't even think so. It's crazy reporting. I can't imagine it being true. Then we have AEW. AEW is never being sold. Tony Khan that dies with Tony Khan. Tony Khan's not selling it. He's not giving it away. The only hope people have of anybody running this company is if Daniel Bryan inherited it in the will, right? Like, honestly, let's be real about some of these stories. But yeah, there is no chance to TKO getting their hands on AEW. And if anyone implied that they were dropping WWE to get AEW, let's be real. And we're going to talk about Tony Khan a little bit here tonight. Of course, it's his show. He created quite a stir. And I found it very interesting to watch the different dynamics of the wrestling fans out there. But we'll get to that after I say hello to at least more than two people. PCO. You know what? He would have been on the horse, right? Like he hung out with a Mountie. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that would have been ideal if we could have done like a horseback interview. That sounds terribly wrong, but yeah, that could have been the way to do it. With the recent news of WBD splitting into two separate companies, I really feel it's going to affect AEW more than people realize. I might have to circle back around to this one a little more, J1, but welcome back. Listen, with this type of business, even with the coming together of like TKO, takes over WWE, kind of brings in their operations with UFC. That's on a positive, where the business comes together. But there's always going to be changes that impacted both sides of the docket. People lost their jobs. There was consolidating. There's no way that a WBD split has minimal. It'll all depend on how they'll handle it. But then you got to start asking questions. How does it manage with budget, with personnel? The one X factor you have with AEW is you have Tony Khan and his infinite piggy bank. So it might not affect them to us, the viewer, very much, but there will always be some ripple effect on this one. Eric, how you doing? How you doing, buddies? At least AEW Mexico is only 2.5 hours. Imagine it was another 4. That's a good point. SmackDown going back to 2 hours. Praise the Lord. We've been asking for the 2-hour show. I mean, I like Raw at like 2.5 hours. I think Dynamite tonight at 2.5 hours is going to be a nice pocket. The 3-hour shows, I feel like even on their best shows, there's still pockets of the show that are filler or stretched. This 2-hour show, and again, I warned fans out there earlier today, I think, yeah, okay, it's exciting. We're going to 2 hours. It's good for the viewer. It makes it easier for the creative team to kind of pack that 2 hours. But now you got to pack that 2 hours. But if you hear some news of we released this person or that person or da-da-da-da, that might be part of the consequence, right? So keep in mind, there for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, folks. Again, Jessica got you. Bonkers, welcome back. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Looking forward to MJF versus Mistico. I mean, it should be a hell of a match. We haven't seen MJF do much outside of kind of the builds for this Hurt Business situation. But Mistico, one of the top guys in Mexico. This should be fun. I mean, MJF knows how to work the crowd. He's bringing back the Patriot MJF. So, yeah, we'll see. Wrestling God, our predictions champion. How you doing? Odds, good to see you. What's up, Sean Reed? I'm so bloody pumped, bruv, for the PCO interview. Think he'll talk about Digital Media Championship belt. I can tell you, Sean, because it's in the can already, but that did not really get discussed. It's something that was covered, something that happened back in January. And to be 100% honest with you, PCO is very focused on this MLP Resurrection show. It's in his hometown. He is pumped. He is the poster boy for the event. So, yeah, we didn't get too far into that kind of stuff. Keep it on the happy. So there you go. Anthony, how you doing? Another night for wrestling content. Yeah, we're going to be there any minute. I am catching up to the chat, so keep it coming. Don't forget, you can wear the crown of the chat. These multi-mins are so busy. Doing a 12-man and a 10-man that are going to look very similar, bit of a concern. You could have people tune out, i.e. me. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? Kevin, good to see you. Keyshawn, good to see you. Richard, welcome back. Vance, how you doing? Puppet KJ doing his things. Deep pockets. It's that deep piggy. Pause. I wish we were getting more than one women's match tonight with Mercedes possibly winning another belt. Well, I can't see her losing, but maybe a no finish to Mercedes match. She wins another belt. Holy shit. But yeah, there should be more women's content. Tony Khan took heat for having a 4-hour show with barely any women on it. We watched NXT last night. 85% female, killed, murdered. Great show. People are tuning in. Tony, again, one segment, maybe 2 a week. Not good enough. What's up, AJ? Have you heard the idea that the Undertaker is helping creative? That I believe. I mean, we see the LFG stuff, but I will touch on that in a second. Kyle, Chris, I see you. Bash, role model. Boston, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Your buddy Marchand picks up another title as we open the show with Hangman Adam Page. He's 1 win away from being the champion, folks. How you doing, Anthony? Welcome back. The Rock in AEW. Let's go. Hilarious. I got the Halloween jokes. I got all of them jokes. What can you do? Let's go, AJ. Wrestling Proud. Welcome back. Kyle, good to see 4 million pesos. You guys can do the math. What up, Terrell? What up? How you doing? Tom, how are you? Hilarious. Vance, welcome back. Denisha, I think I clicked you, but if not, hello. Zach, welcome back again. Jerome is in the house. Jose, always a pleasure. What a time to be alive. Back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. Man, what do you want? I mean, kudos to the Panthers. Can't even throw shade at them. Deep when they had issues. Bobrovsky was there. I still think the Leafs should have beat them. But what can you do when you live in a shoe? So that's it. Congrats to the Panthers. Hell of a season. Back-to-back champs. Now we'll see what happens with the Panthers moving forward. Some contracts in flux and such. But yeah, for those who don't know, the Florida Panthers, I've witnessed back-to-back Florida, and not counting the ones that Tampa Bay's picked up over the last little while, before I get to see one in Canada. That's insane. What's up, Denisha? Paige is cutting a promo in Spanish. Thought it was my vitamins, but apparently not. So which one of these guys is the guy on the screen to right there? That would be Mistico. Evening, Cherokee George. Death Riders and Young Bucks versus the Ops, Osprey, and Swerve Strickland. Anyone left? Oh my God, they've used the whole roster here. Are you guys surprised? And I'll put this out. We got over 100 people with me right now. Are you surprised that there isn't more of the lucha feel to this show? I mean, they're sprinkled in there, but it like I don't know. I thought maybe a little more. We just watched Worlds Collide, had a little bit of a different vibe to it. Very interesting. But I wonder how you guys feel out there. Tony Schiavone is literally talking over Adam Page. However, I don't know what Adam Page is saying. Why would you do the whole promo in? My TV just told me speaking another language. I even got a white TV. It's brutal. What is up, WFU fam? I'm so bloody pumped. I read this one, but I love it anyway. I like it still. Bradley giving away gifts. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you. In honor of the Florida Panthers, maybe. I'm trying to find it. The crowd's chanting. Now, I know they're in Mexico and throwing in a little bit of Spanish. Oh, okay. But there are a lot of people at home. I think you just called out Johnny Mundo. Jose here. Let's go. Bradley, where is Bradley? There you go. What's up, Bradley? Thank you, as always, the giver of gifts. Tony Khan has a decent. I hope so, Philip. Fingers crossed. There you go. Theater of Absurd, throwing some love to Bradley. Again, we love this community. TK, a brighter green for those ropes would have helped. I thought the top rope was black. It's dark. They packed the building, though. It's a good vibe, good energy. Why does Tony Hangman will not be wrestling tonight? We know. Listen, someone has to agree with me that, I mean, maybe I'm just silly Canadian. Why would you do all the promo in another language? Has Excalibur ever wrestled? Right, Mr. Lucha? He only wrestles in Detroit. Sorry, my bad. The crowd loves what he's saying. It's packed and it's loud. This is the best. This might be the best crowd for a Dynamite all year, which obviously it's a special show. Why wouldn't it be? But the energy, the good energy. It's a very good question. Role model. KJ, if you could pick one current WWE superstar to transition to AEW to help the company, who would you pick? I would say Bronson Reed. I think you'd have to go something a little bigger than Bronson Reed. I mean, if you could get your hands on like a Kevin Owens, a healthy Kevin Owens, obviously. If you could get your hands on a Seth Rollins. Sammy, maybe a bit of an uptick just because he's familiar. He kind of still feels like that indie guy. I would say someone like a Bronson or a Karrion Kross, or, I mean, a lot of the female talent could help, but they don't get used, right? So if it's a big deal. They sign Kross, but he's a big guy. So he's doing jobs to fucking Darby Allin. So right now we're getting the run through of the card tonight. Adam Page said a bunch of stuff. I'm sure it was beautiful. I didn't have my subtext on. If anybody knows anything he might have said, did he say anything funny? Did he tell a joke? Was it an anecdote? How did it go? Let me know. Let me know. We'll crash out if I hear one more person. Yeah, right. Like, I get they're in Mexico. Don't get, I mean, I get it. And I don't have any issue with you paying homage and making the hometown crowd feel a part of it. But you have this audience on TV. So maybe mix in some other stuff. Oh, I swear I see it. Paige looks like a landscaper boss. Is there a time difference in Mexico? Good question. I think a slight one. Oh. Opening contest is a 44-man. It is currently, they're 2 hours behind Eastern Standard. So it is currently 6 p.m. in Mexico. All right, folks, I will put a poll up for this one. As Bibbins has a mic. No Wheeler. No Wheeler. Okay. So Cash Wheeler could not make it, folks. He was not able to get to Mexico. What do you think? What do you think? As we are about to get, this is crazy. There's so many names on this sheet. Valador Jr., let's go. Just trying to be optimistic. So we are getting the Callis family with Dax and Valador Jr. and Daniel Garcia, everyone's favorite. Brody King, a Bandito. Speaking of PCO, former Ring of Honor tag champ with Mr. Bandito. No, with Brody King. Bandito's in the match, though. Atlantis Jr. and Atlantis, plus Adam Cole. So I don't even know how to put this in a poll. So we're going to go Team Paragon. Who wins? Who wins? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So go Team Callis. Close enough. Big pop for Takeshka. Ba 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 ba. Is there? Got that one. 14-man tag is crazy. No, so we're doing a 10-man and 12-man, right? This show is for Mexican people, not for us. But, well, no, yes, no, that's not true. You still put on a weekly show. If you wanted to do a show just for them, you could do like a house show. We see other wrestling companies go to France, go to Germany, and then they cut promos in English. That's how it goes. You have an audience at home. You have an audience watching. You're playing to your audience at all times. And again, I'm not saying don't use any, but I'm saying like use a little bit of the mix. Try and figure it out a little bit. Ricochet and Hologram will be a cool feud. If Ricochet gets in a feud with Hologram, I'm going to chirp him every day on X till he responds, because that's hilarious. What up? What up, Clay Lewis? How you doing? How you doing? J1, we don't claim Excalibur. There you go. There you go. Why did Tony Khan think of 14? So is it 14? Am I bad at math? Because it was 12. It was listed as 12 once upon a time. Now it's 14. You're right. I guess I should have listened. Adam Cole. Yeah, that's way too many. That's too many. Bandito. I added a T for fun. Doesn't bother me. We get English promos the other week, so I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. It just, I think it's an odd choice. Like, I'm not like, this show sucks. He spoke Spanish. Not at all. I'm not that mad about it. Not that big of a travesty. Just a weird choice, right? Like half and half, mix it up, right? Do a little bit of both. Having your opening segment of your Dynamite with the mass collection of your fan base at home baffled, that maybe not the best choice. I think that's fair. We can agree on that, but I'm not like, oh, I can't believe this. Turning this TV off. Poll time. I think the poll's up. Yep, we good. They have stairs now. Yeah, so in Mexico right now, they have like the stairs. And they kind of came out and stopped at the edge of the ramp. It was a good look, though. I like how everything looks and feels here tonight. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. But a really good energy. I feel like the crowd hasn't stopped buzzing. Brody King misunderstood where he was traveling to. Got out his bomber jacket. Mexico City is mountain time. Thank you, Mr. Noob. If anybody was going to know, I've been everywhere, man. Daniel Garcia. Another absolutely fucking thrilling wrestler. Generic wrestler number 10 coming to the ring. Anybody got an argument for Daniel Garcia? And let me ask the question. Is the issue Daniel Garcia or how much Daniel Garcia is booked? Maybe he takes a little bit of shit because he's getting put in the wrong place. But I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. I don't get why Tony would rather book him than your women's division, would rather book him than some of your other talent that are just sitting on the bench. Cheers. Anytime. We try. Happy to see Bendito. Yes. It's a lot better. He's a really good wrestler. And, you're not getting dropped on his head. Phil, how you doing? Lucha Dynamite, for sure. The seventh man. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is madness. Okay, let's say you want to do a 14. You're feeling a little indulgent. We're going to do a 14. Would you also book a 10 as well? Is that just a little too extra? Like, I feel like we're being a little too gratuitous with just throwing everybody into the ring. This is going to be insane. Nice pop for the boom. F it. Make it 20-minute tag. Yeah, like, I'll tell you what. Because we haven't seen so many people on TV, especially the women's division, why don't we'll draw a line right down the middle of the roster. Half on half. Let's go. 80 on 80, whatever. I think they got somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, it could be up to 200. But whatever it is, half and half. Yeah, it was 12, right? It was supposed to be a 12-man tag. Bibbins comes out and says one of the 12 can't make it. Now, I'm not a genius, but that's 11. Then we somehow got to 14. Apparently, Wheeler's worth 3 here tonight. Dun, 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 dun. This belt is about to fall from Adam. It should, to be 100% honest. Adam Cole doesn't have the gravitas he once did. This crowd is epic. This is one of the best weekly. Look, they're not even on the apron. It looks like a reverse battle royal. We're off and running. Fellas already, up and over. Adam Cole doesn't have the same vibe he used to have. Not the same gravitas at all, Tom. So, yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Do you think any recently released wrestlers go to AEW? Kyle, it's always a possibility. I think someone like Shotzi might fit in really well with AEW, gives them a hardcore edge. She loves going through the tables and the chairs and the ladders. She might fit really well in that kind of system. It all depends. We thought Dijak would go to AEW. Didn't do it. Cedric. Where's Cedric? Has he done it yet? But Bendito. Oh, we get a tag and the crowd goes wild. As we got Hichirichero, and people are pumped. Yo, where's the decibel reader on this? Are they booing Bandito and cheering Hichirichero? Oh, grazed his nose. WWE Mexico. Yeah, it's market territory. Okay, not sure. TK books his shows like a kid who didn't do his book report. He just makes up the last minute. Well, he's been accused of making some things up. He did an interview today or yesterday, and it's circulating hard. I remember when people were really mad about Triple H being evasive about R-Truth, and people were calling him a liar and demanding he be fired, and he's ruining WWE. I want people to keep the same energy when Tony Khan says things like, year over year, we're doing better. Viewers, more viewers. Oh, no, more viewers. I understand if you totally love AEW. I do. If you're a diehard AEW fan, great. I just don't know how I can see the reports and I can see the numbers. I can see the trends. Unless you guys are unless there's a contingent out there that truly believe the reports are made up, that these people that are tracking your ratings, and he specifically talked about cable. So that's a whole nother story. But we're watching, WrestleTix and WrestleNomics, and we see the numbers. And then for Tony to say the complete opposite, yeah. I mean, let's hold for everyone that held Triple H over the fire for being evasive about a potential storyline. Again, be careful when we start throwing stones, because it feels like he's outright lying. And I felt like he did that on the media call when they asked him about the max numbers before. Oh, well, that's around what I heard was his answer. And it wasn't around what he heard. He heard, well, yeah, that's around what I heard Meltzer say. That's all it was. But we get a tag, Atlantis Jr., Dax, and we get a Sling Blade. We got Bibbins at ringside, 14 men in the match. How did the vote work out? I don't even know if it matters. 50-50. That seems so reasonable. 55-45. Pretty much a split. Oh, some tandem offense. Suplex. This crowd is fucking pumped. Gravitas. He needs gravy instead. Facts. Get that boy a fucking sandwich quick. Quick. Enough of these salads. Somebody get Grande Mexicano. Let's go. I'd love no Grande run in. Super kicks. Super kicks. And the crowd pops again. Can we do all the AEW shows in Mexico from now on? Brody King is actually on the apron, standing out like a sore thumb. Oh, we get the shirt rip. That Matrix looks sloppy. They got there. They got there. It was a little slow, but they got there. You know, I almost like the fact that his foot dragged on his face. TK loves his luchadors. Next, he brings in hologram extended family, right? Hologram, polygram. Oh, we get a little bit of Spinaroonie. Up and over. Volador on fire. I don't think the crowd has sat down yet. Dear American audience, this is what a wrestling show sounds like. Stop letting all the international countries do better than you in cheering. It's cheering. If you paid the money, go cheer. Somebody needs to talk TK. Why does stupid ass matches like this? Again, tonight, I've come into tonight's show, Sean. It's just an exhibition. Like it's like when football teams, soccer teams do a friendly. Like, it's going to be fun. We're going to see some cool shit. Doesn't mean fuck or all about anything else. So we are very close to all in. I expect big things next week and the week after out of Dynamite as we get a DVD. Brody dropping Josh Alexander. Now Kyle Fletcher, Takeshka, and the crowd is echoing. The crowd is either losing their mind or I got static on my TV. You tell me. Daniel Garcia's gimmick, drunk, creepy guy dancing at the club. Yeah, he's like the loser guy that just like walks up and starts doing that to your girl, and you got to smack him in the back of the head, like, "Hey, were you not paying attention?" I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a perfect example to put him in Ring of Honor, but I don't get it. If Daniel Garcia was released tomorrow, I don't think the WWE would be knocking on his door anytime soon. I really don't. Maybe I'm wrong. You again, if you got a case for it, I hear people keep saying he's good, but tell me what am I missing with Daniel Garcia? We couldn't get a normal tag tonight. No. You remember that tag team division we used to have? You know what I keep getting told? Oh, there goes Fletcher. People keep telling me that the Young Bucks are a generational tag team. When was the last time they had a straight up tag match? No gimmicks, no bullshit, one-on-one, straight up tag match. As we go to pitcher and pitcher. Setting up some big spot too. Bad timing on the pitcher and pitcher, as I think all the men are going to fly. Oh, out he goes. Again, the issue here with the multi-man match is just the next one's going to look just like it. But be honest, like the Bucks, there is no tag team division. If you're the best tag team in the world, prove it. You got a ring, you got a billionaire, fuck it. What are we waiting for? Does Danny Garcia not know that him doing his dance in his opponent's face while sitting looks so wrong and so? Oh, he's aware. He's aware, Rance, and he likes it. Tony giggles his ass off every time Danny does it. Tony's in gorilla, just can't help it, loves it. That's why we get it so much. No, the crowd's having a ball, and I mean, again, it's fun. That's how I'm looking at tonight, Richard. Fun. We can talk about the backstage stuff. We can talk about the side stories, the rumors, the news. T's and P's out to Liv Morgan. Apparently, she's going into surgery for the shoulder. It's as bad as it looked. Unfortunately for her, it does look like that will mean extended time off, missing Evolution 2, missing SummerSlam, most likely. I hope she bounces back. She was on fire. She was having a phenomenal 2025. Fluke accident. I don't want to hear any shit about Kyrie. Fluke accident. Does anyone know how long Jay White will be out? People thought he was coming back at the last pay-per-view, Kyle. He's got to be close. I feel like AEW wrestlers get like an extra month for every injury. Like, if you're supposed to be out for 3 weeks, you get 3 months. Like, people that go away seem to stay away for long times. Do you remember Juice made a comeback but went missing again? Where's Juice? He was good. He was on the show one time. Where's the Juice? Tony Khan is a known liar. I mean, again, you're not wrong. I would love to defend, like, nice guy. Thank God that he created an alternative wrestling. If nothing else, it's still fun to talk about it, even if it's not. But you can't tell me, you can't sit in interviews and say shit like that. You're a businessman. You're the leader of the team. And you see this delusion trickle down. And it's crazy. Good old Uncle Dave out there today, just defending everything. It's like the weekly thing for Dave where he just starts, oh, but AEW is great. Oh, but AEW is great. Oh, but WWE. Shut up, Dave. You don't work there. Again, he can't help himself but try and defend everything. Letting the fans know, oh, by the way, set your DVRs. Get the fuck out of here. Where's the tweet? Oh, by the way, make sure you set your DVR for 1 p.m. On Saturday for, Crown Jewel. No, that never happens. It's all weird as shit. The biggest pom-pom swinger in the world. Big tag. Bandito back in. It looks like a normal tag match because all the men are on the outside of the ring. El Grande. It looks like a lumberjack match. The crowd is probably drunk. Hey, whatever gets you there, bro. No hate, no shade. They are fucking loud. Alexander goes down, powered. Remember Alexander was a badass? Your current MLP Canadian champion? Oh, there he goes. That's better. Release suplex from the top. There's some Alexander. Why is babyface working heel? Everybody's working everything. Who's what? And I do think that's one of the reasons. It's something that Tony really has to consider at some point, that not every wrestler can be gray. Guys like Dave Meltzer has told Tony, baby faces and heels are dead. It's bullshit. Every movie we go to, every book we read, again, every day in traffic, there's a heel, there's a baby face. It's the way it is. Again, you can break it. The breaking is the exception, not the rule. If everybody's gray, then who do we cheer for? Whoever you want. It doesn't work that way. We got a double pin. And one, okay. Both men were close. Do y'all think that Cameron publicly said, I feared for my life after getting pushed, knocked down by Mox? Mox still employed. Mox is still employed, as far as I know. Big super kick, as he should be. As much as I was hard on Mox about this, the man definitely, even if it was retrospective, there was some life fearing, at least conveyed in the lawsuit. Alexander out to the stage with, I believe, Atlantis. Nobody's in the ring right now. Oh, wait, we lied. Kyle Fletcher's in the ring. Alexander gets chucked back in. Atlantis going for a run. Olay! Cross body over the top from the outside in. Danny's back up. Oh, everybody goes to a corner. They should have had Team Mexico. Yeah, right? Something like that. Would have felt a little better, I think. Stop. Chicago doesn't have the crowd problem. That is true most times. Chicago's one of those good spots to be. Why is Bandito getting booed? I think because they like the other guy. They like Hechicero a lot, apparently. He does this thing, and people go crazy. I don't know what that is. Enjoy the show. First, mad. TK does Japan wrestling, now Mexican. Come on, stop crying. Everybody enjoy wrestling. Enjoy the show. Yeah, I don't know who you're referencing specifically, but Frankie, I mean, I got no problem with the wrestling. I got a problem with the 14 men in one match. And I wouldn't even feel like this is like Super Lucha. But Brody and Lance Archer, two big boys. I like this one. Because I believe Bandito is a Puerto Rican, not a Mexican. Doesn't matter. Man in the crowd. What's up, Alex? Parallelogram. Let's go. Anthony, you ain't missing nothing with Daniel Garcia, KJ. Thank you, Anthony. I just don't know, guys. And I don't even, it's not even a critique at this point. I just don't get it. I don't see it. I don't understand, but he keeps getting booked, and I'm confused. But Hechicero takes out Brody King, Irish whip. And we just got a Hurricane Rana by Brody King. Oh, whoa. Let's go. What was the purpose of this fight? Fun, Tom. Like I said, we can't go into every show being like, I understand that tonight's a bit of a different thing. Right? We're not going to get a whole lot of angles, a whole lot of storyline. This has more of a pay-per-view vibe than his pay-per-views. If you did it, well, 2.5, if you did a 3.5 hour, Dynasty, or your B pay-per-views were 3.5, 4 hours, we're laughing. Keep this energy all night long. As Dax laying the boots to Atlantis. Carl in the ring. Zoe gets injured. Kyrie in the ring. Kyrie in the ring with Liv. Liv gets injured. Some Japanese. Yeah, well, again, I'm not saying she don't have bad luck. Oh, Dax gets pinned. Atlantis Senior, the man accused of wearing a diaper by Dax, pins Dax. And people talk about booking. Oof. Setting up the big rivalry between FTR and the Atlantises. Crowd's booing. But legit heat, the crowd is not happy. Rocks and Racks will oust the tag belts. Then the dissension and the finger pointing. Yeah, I think it works perfectly. Roxanne has an opportunity to do everything Liv did to Rhea to Liv. It's perfect. Perfect. Writes itself, no effort, trips, don't fuck it up. As we are going to Okada. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to the Okada Callis issue and Kenny and whoever else. Liv needs surgery. That sucks and very unfortunate. Also, I forgot Jay White existed. I feel bad, man. Such a big Jay White fan. It just hasn't been good. Bandito and Josh Alexander trading blows. Why is Atlantis? Listen, you're asking the wrong questions, Richard. I don't know. I don't even know which Atlantis is which till they zoom in. I just keep calling them Atlantis combined. One, do you think of the WWE Tag Team Championships, Triple H? Not sure, Alan. Not sure. Well, all depends. It all depends. It all depends. I don't know how it's going to look. This match is losing steam. Yeah, but we've moved on to a video package taking us back. I can't believe we're going to replay this blood spot. After it was universally kind of, they're replaying it. Like, I wouldn't replay it. It looks so stupid. It's just not good. What's the chance Cedric? I don't know. Rumors are TNA is interested. This is why everyone is freaking AEW is always hurt. Not everyone needs to be over the top high. Hey, listen, one of the things that came up in my yes, I'm name dropping. I'm a proud papa tonight. But one of the things that came up in my conversation with PCO today was that not every match on the card is a main event match. Not every match has all the high spots. Not every match there's a build to it. There's a hierarchy to a wrestling show. So you do that match. How do you follow that match? What do you do? Not in Mexico, KJ, when usually you are from another country portraying a Mexican, you will boo to Mexico. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Brody King is a hurricane. He is amazing. Brody King's a guy that I think needs all the fucking love. This show sucks. No heat. Facts. Okada ever win the AEW championship? I don't think so, Sean. Never say never because Tony does love him a lot. But I don't want it. I don't think Okada's been good. I really hope this Okada-Kenny all-in match, like Okada's been reserving all of his energy for that match. And we get the match we're hoping for. As we are on commercial break, folks. 48 minutes straight. I needed a sip. All right. Where are we going with this? Where are we going? We'll take a second while we're on commercial break to remind everybody we got more coming your way. 2.5 hours special tonight. Get your merch. Don't forget your merch. We got all the merch. But join the Wrestling Fans United. And of course, on June 29th, we are doing a live open discussion, special stream, call it what you will. We are going to be here in honor of Men's Mental Health Month, something that is very near and dear to this channel. We wanted to talk about it. We want to put more light to it. This is the perfect month. I've seen other wrestlers, athletes, people really pushing the narrative and really gaining, sometimes it gets overlooked, men's mental health. So it's been really good to see the response from everybody out there. We're looking forward to doing the stream. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to go over some stats. We're going to hatch some things out, tell some stories, and see if not, we can leave everybody in a better place, feeling a little bit better about things. But I thought it was a really cool idea, and we are happy to do it. Of course, that is the night after Night of Champions. And of course, tomorrow we are back for TNA Impact. It's going to be a hell of a show. We got a Champions Challenge as all the champs will take on their contenders. That shall be fun. So much more on that show. It's going to be a good one. And SmackDown looking pretty stacked as R-Truth runs it back with John Cena again. Plus, the King and Queen of the Ring matches will happen. The semifinals will begin as Alexa Asuka, old rivals, old friends. Should be fun. Randy, Sammy, we know there's history there. Should also be fun. All right, what are we getting next? What are we getting next, folks? What follows a 14-man tag? Okada and Mark Briscoe. Hey, I called it. Did Briscoe get new music? Did I miss something? Interesting. All right, folks. I will put it in the chat. Who wins? As we are getting a picture-in-picture, we're doing a little actual promo from Briscoe. Why you hyping Briscoe up and then you beat him, and then you beat him, and then you beat him, and then you beat him. And this match could have probably been next week, by the way. But I don't care. I love Mark Briscoe. Was that their normal music, or did we just miss the beginning? 35 minutes in, and the show needs to pick up. Is it crazy, Richard, that you can say this show needs to pick up after a 14-man tag match? How, like, it's a tricky question, right? Why does the show feel like it needs to pick up if we just got a 14-man tag match? It feels pretty picked up by them, like, from internally what they're thinking. It's not terrible. Love the Kenny Omega story. Fair enough, Mega. I like the story that they're selling us. I like that they're going back to Japan in a way, but they're showing footage that supports. It's not just words. Neither Okada or Kenny are a great promo, so letting little video segments do the talking for them is smart. But I'm really nervous about this match at All In. First match didn't need 10 minutes. I felt like it was longer than 10 minutes. Is Thekla booked for tonight? She is not announced for tonight. I put it that way, MDB. Nothing announced involving Thekla. Okada for the win. That makes sense. Why? As the crowd, I believe, is chanting Okada. Why did the match end via roll-up with Dax taking the pin, and he was hardly in the match? Again, Dax puts in minimal work for max pay. In addition to that, you also have, I guess you're building on something for Atlantis and FTR, but why? Yeah, I don't get it. And you put Bibbins with FTR, and they have done squat since being put with Bibbins. They don't feel bigger, better. Where's the tag? They don't have any tag teams to fight. They're in matches like this and eating L's. FTR said they wanted to sign a contract that would help strengthen their legacy. And I guess their legacy is working a Roman Reigns schedule without the reward or the payoffs. So Okada was the elite, was with the elite, but now he's with the Don Callis family with no explanation. Yeah, I guess, kind of. Like, Jack Perry went away. Again, lazy booking. It's lazy storytelling, right? You're not connecting the dots. Okay, Okada's going to be with the Callis family now because he no longer really fucks with the other group. But there's a lot of this, it's almost like Vince McMahon booking where stories just ended on a whim. No explanation, no conclusion, no closure, just got there. As Mark is chasing Okada around the ring, Okada wins. How you doing? Green Jean, how you doing? Love the name. Okada, 58%. Briscoe, 42%. Not bad. Again, another pretty even split. I think that's wishful thinking from the Briscoe fans. Paragon won. Yes, Team Paragon got the W as Atlantis Senior pinned Dax. 0-1. What channel does TNA come on? It's on Access Plus or the TNA YouTube channel. They might not be on that anymore. I'm sure if I scroll down, somebody's answered that, but it's on Access. It's not on a channel yet. I like Briscoe. He wasn't booked to lose so much. I love Mark Briscoe. When we talk about Daniel Garcia, who would you rather see get the booking that Daniel's got? Daniel or Briscoe? Who would have done more with Daniel Garcia's booking? Daniel or Briscoe? Who do the fans want to see more? Like it's simple, it's straight. Briscoe, if Briscoe was booked the way Danny's been booked, Briscoe would have been an amazing TNA champion. And then you have an opportunity to bring in Cole and get heat on Briscoe by Cole being kind of that heelish, undisputed era Cole that he used to be. And then you kind of believe it. It's a little more gravitas. Now Cole's trying to beat up someone you like. Maybe the other guys are helping out. Now you're building. Now you're telling stories. Now you're connecting dots. Now there's a ebb and flow to what you're trying to accomplish. But Mark Briscoe has been so underserved, and I'm sure he loves Tony Khan and he appreciates everything that Tony Khan's done for him. But I just feel like there's so much more. The fans really want to see Mark Briscoe, but that's going to wear out if all he ever does is lose. I see fans online freaking out about, wrestlers that haven't won one or have lost a few in a row, or, I think Nick and I argued about, like, you make a return, you got to win that match. It's your birthday, you got to win that match. Like, there's some real egregious booking as far as like a guy like Briscoe. When you talk about a guy that deserves some W's, it's him. Briscoe, probably. Briscoe for the win. There's another multiple tag match tonight. Yes, a 10-man tag still to come. Again, I heard a rumor that Mortoast is replacing Claudio. I think it's a joke. Okada with Callis. Why? Yeah. Again, we don't know. And here's the thing about Callis. Callis has assembled a phenomenal fucking stable. And if you add Okada into it, now Okada really gets away with being lazy. But Callis' family's got to show up and fuck people up. We just saw Archer taken out. The other members of the family taken out. Okay, Callis, you're this big mouth that sits on commentary and yells, and you got all these guys, but they spend 80% of their time losing. What are we doing? Why aren't they dominating? Why aren't they holding this show hostage? Green Gene, Briscoe, let's go. Imagine if Briscoe was treated like Daniel Garcia. I just went on that rant. I don't know if you said that after, before, or at the same time. Unc, good to see you, sir. Good to see you, Mr. Sharp. Yeah, that's exactly my vibe. Imagine Mark Briscoe was treated like Orange Cassidy pre-injury. But how many tickets you sell, how much merch you sell, pushing a guy like Briscoe. People aren't buying tickets to see Danny. Danny's not ever going to be in the top 5 of merch sales for the year, month, week, day, unless you're in Buffalo, and even then it's a stretch. But Mark Briscoe, Mark sell all that shit for you. That's the people you got to use. When Harley Cameron's getting cheers, you got to find a way to get her on the show. When you have the Outrunners getting big pops, you got to find a way to get them in there. You can't ignore the paying audience. You can't. And I don't care if the small pocket of sickos on X think you're doing a phenomenal job. You got to make the fans in the building cheer because you want them to tell their friends to go to the shows. Britt Baker's coming to WWE. Rumored. Alan, it's rumored. It's heavy rumored. We'll see. It's an interesting one. Could that be a great thing? Yes. It could also be an awful thing. I think the conversation with Britt is, how was your time there? What did you think went wrong? We heard these stories. Is there any validity? And how do we make it better? How do we avoid those? But I think if you put Britt Baker in a situation where she gets better in the ring, has time to train and focus on wrestling a little bit more, you have a great thing there. 14-man tag match had a lame ending. Yes, it did. This feels like Swerve Ospreay match 2 weeks ago. Started good, and then the rest of the show sucked. We'll see, Anthony. Because it started okay, but you know when I'm not really into what's on my screen, because I'm talking to you guys a lot more. I'm not really calling the TV because right now we're in picture-in-picture. Okada's got a chokehold. I'm not really invested in this match. This is kind of an interesting match to have here. I think this match would have been good for next week Dynamite, and you could have slid in, take two of the guys. Give me Bandito and whoever, Dax, I don't give a shit, and have a singles match or a tag team match instead of a 14-man match. Makes sense? I think that works. The Rainmaker is going to make it rain in Mexico. He's in control coming out of the break. Okada for the win, tomatoes. Changing my pick to Okada, fair. Okada with Callis is overkill. Was the Bucks not? Yeah, like it's NWO vibes enough in Okada's corner. Why give Okada another manager now? Why do it and not explain it? Like, do you guys remember when Jake the Snake and Callis traded, and then we never saw Jake again? Where's Roosh? We get Roosh once every 3 months on Collision. Right, I saw a thing going around today. Bandito is going to talk to Tony about bringing in Dorado. Okay. So, and? Really? I feel bad for Mark Briscoe. He does. Just eats L's all day long. He eats L's like I smoke them. Is Tony doing what WWE does with Cross, etc.? Debatable. He had to bend the knee with the truth of ignoring the audience to push who they want. To an extent, I think it's different. I think Karrion Kross is creating a groundswell that I believe they're aware of, and they're going to work on it. The fact that the fans are getting worked up and demanding him is good for him. But not the same idea. I think it's a different vibe because it feels like picking and choosing. I'm a big fan of Daniel Garcia and his dance. So that's why Daniel Garcia is going to get TV time. Mercedes Moné makes me giggle, and she said I'm nice, so she gets TV time. Like, that to me is the level of decision making. Okada, I like Okada a lot. I watched Okada when I was a kid. He gets TV time. You know, like, it's a different decision making process. Wonder how AEW will work. Multiple attempted murders at all in. That's the fun part. That's the fun part, Sam. Is we're on an adventure together, and we're going to find out together. Mark Briscoe firing up. Okada in the corner. Briscoe Mania. Hashtag we want Briscoe. Let's go, folks. Make it happen. Mark Briscoe could be AEW's R-Truth if they did it right. Thank you, folks, for bearing with me. Here's an idea. Don Callis kicks out. Don Callis' family kicks out and annihilate Don Callis. Then afterwards, they start collecting AEW belts. Or they just break up and we have some tag team matches. We have some good singles matches. Anybody enjoy? Like, how are we feeling about this match right now? Oh, can Britt even wrestle? The chop from the bottom. I chopped it from the bottom. Now I'm here. So she can, but I think she also got away with, and we see this with the Bucks and other ones. If you do a lot of stunt matches, it covers up that you don't. I think she has all the intangibles. I think she has the right attitude. I think she carried the women's division AEW for a while. I think there's nothing that they couldn't work on in the Performance Center. Right? Yeah, Jade in the Performance Center for like 8 months. You can get Britt in, sign her, get her in ring to a better level. Plus, keep in mind, Britt's going to be in the ring with better wrestlers. I said it. Britt's going to be in the ring with better wrestlers. That will make her look better. Ask Mercedes Moné. As Okada flips off the fans and Mark eats the finger. Oh, he bit down, and because he doesn't have his front teeth, he missed the finger. I said that out loud. Yes, I did. And then had to switch to the molars. Briscoe going to the top. They don't need Britt, but I think they could. Would they, beat down her door to get her signed? No. And two. I don't think that. I think in a better system, in a better controlled environment, and in a workplace that doesn't allow that attitude, it's not an issue. And that would be part of the negotiation. That would be part of my conversation with Britt Baker if I was inside of that negotiation. Is we have a code of conduct, we have a behavior expectations. We want you to conduct yourself professionally. She would know what she was getting into, and I think that type of system works really well for a lot of people. Don Callis or Paul Heyman, it's not even a fair consideration. If anybody out there ever says Don Callis, shoot him in the foot with a look. I'm not allowed to condone that on YouTube, but hypothetically, Paul Heyman's in a league of his own. It's not even close. Callis sits on commentary every time. It's not managing. Okada, Tombstone. See you later, Marky. Yeah, that's a layup. Panic at the Briscoe. And Mark gets dusted. A decent match. I think my problem with that match, I just wasn't that into it. That looked unsanitary. Facts. Okada needs to get away from Don Callis. Everybody needs to get away from Don Callis. And I don't even know it's Callis' fault. But Takeshka's been at best a plateau for a year now. Just plateaued. No elevation up or down the card. You bring in Josh Alexander. Josh is taken. Has Josh got a W yet? I think one. Did Josh pin anybody? I might be making that up. I think he might have pinned one person so far. Oh, wait a minute. So after the last match, Dax beat up Atlantis. This match, Dawn's beating up Mark. Don't do the nothing spot in the first match if you're going to do this spot here. Kenny's going to run out. Huge pop. Are you ready? Oh, no. We got Rainmaker music. Yeah, right? Maybe. Shout out to the oddities. Let's fucking go. The woman talent in NXT and the main roster is ridiculous right now, overflowing with skill and beauty. I don't see Britt being a big player. Just my thoughts. And out of the gate, Rance, you're not, again, I can't say you're right or wrong. What I do see is the possibility you bring her into NXT like Mariah May and you work her up. That's where I know fans get mad. I can't believe Mariah May is in NXT because it's deep waters. We got to teach you to swim over here. You can't just walk in here and do that. Britt Baker, former AEW World Champion, means nothing. We get her in here, work with it. Britt's personality on screen, her entrance, her vibe, her look, her feel, especially if you keep all that DMD stuff, it has legs, but it also needs development. Stephanie McMahon or Dixie Carter? Yeah, what are we talking about? I heard that too. What did Ken say? Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. We are just over the hour mark here tonight. Okada beats Mark Briscoe, beat him up for no reason. I don't know why, but just whooped his ass even more. Mark trying to eat Okada's finger, ridiculously funny. Oh, did you see the reports of Lakers being sold to that dude that runs the Dodgers for like, oh yeah, no shit. Rich just keep getting richer, folks. Stop trying to sell us Don Callis. He will never be Heyman. Oh, never, ever. It's not even close. It's not even fucking close. Don Callis isn't even a mimic of Paul Heyman. And again, this idea that a manager, like he doesn't have a direct impact on the outcome of matches and shit, and a good manager does. He's at, commentary, running his mouth. Does nothing. It doesn't sell the story to the live crowd. The live crowd can't hear commentary. So what are they doing? What are you accomplishing with Callis other than Callis is surrounded by a bunch of guys that never win, that rarely win. Takeshita gets a W, but it's Mark. Mark never wins. He's absolutely a jobber. Sandman, could you imagine Mark Briscoe was in the WWE and lost as many times as Mark Briscoe has lost in AEW? I hate doing that. I really do. But it's where people kind of forget like how quick that argument changes when you change the letters. Callis has to get involved. Callis has to try and manage. Do manager stuff. You know, have segments where Don Callis is demanding matches. Have segments where Don Callis is directing his guys to do things. Have matches where he's getting involved. Have matches where he actually participates as far as distracting a referee by, you know, or distracting a wrestler. Help manage the situations that your heels are in. Josh Alexander only gets pins in multi-man matches. He's 1-3 in singles matches. I thought so. There we go. There we go. So right now I'm getting more commercial, but it looks like we're heading back to the action, folks. Once again, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. The show rolls on. Like I said, we just had Okada and Briscoe. Not a bad match. It picked up near the end. I'm worried about Okada and Kenny being a good match. And I'll ask the chat, who out there right now is excited for Okada, Kenny at All In? Is anyone excited for Okada? There you go. There you go. You guys are so smart. Maria Monroe made a grand entrance in the worst way. Yeah, no, that's perfect, Anthony. I think fans get things twisted. Mariah May's introduction and signing that contract and then going through a table was picture perfect. Did it perfectly. That's how it's supposed to be done. I don't know what to tell you, but that's exactly how I would have wrote it. Now you instantly have Mariah going after the world champion and friends. But I will put a poll up, folks. Let me know how you feel. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you got? As we get MJF and Mistico. As Mistico in his El Grande uniform. Giving a little crank to the wank, apparently. Vicky was way better than Callis. Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't Callis Cyrus? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Callis brings heat to the group, but he isn't a storyteller or a good promo. He's actually an okay promo. He just doesn't know how to do it. He needs produced. He needs somebody. I'm sorry, Mistico coming out. And the crowd is just singing. Don't stop believing. I don't know what they're singing. It sounds like Celine Dion. MJF. Why MJF? Wearing a onesie. It's the for one night only. He's the Patriot. Sandman. I appreciate the interaction with this channel. Well done. Thank you. It is one of the things we try and do. Probably, it's one of the things we do more than anybody else out there, folks. We built this channel on the fans, on you guys. So we love chatting with you guys. A lot of times you guys drive the show as I try and keep up with the chat messages. But no, we appreciate it. We really do. It's always been a thing of ours. No shade to anyone else out there, but why would you not interact with the audience? That's why we wanted to bring everyone together and talk about wrestling. No handrails on those stairs. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to be straight with everybody. The energy and the feel in this arena tonight is amazing. Anyone out there tell me what this song is? I'm bored with this show. It's so weird right now. Like I feel on the opposite ends of the spectrum at the same time. The crowd is standing, they're screaming at the top of their lungs. I think I'm having fun because that looks real cool. But at the same time, I'm not quite into what we're getting. So I'm confused. Takeshita is a monster and should be the future world champion. Until then, he should be having amazing mid-card runs. 100% rants. Why is he not consistently booked? And then he's either in a position where he's going over strong on talent. He's working towards a title. A guy that could really, again, when we talk about the TNT title, has the TNT title ever been more worthless? We don't even talk about it. I know we saw him earlier tonight, but is there any value to the AEW TNT title anymore? Right? It's part of the shtick, MDB. Remember, he's a heel, telling the fans where they can put their mouth, and he's also a funny comic gimmick at the same time. Right? Little mixed messages. He's telling us to go fuck ourselves, but he's like, aren't I funny? I dress like that guy. Right? What a coinky dink. Michael Spikes. Don Callis' storyline with Tony Khan. Yes. I mean, Callis has enough guys to run his own fucking wrestling company, Mike. Like, Callis could go, start his own wrestling company with all the indie guys he's now fucking managing. I don't know what they're chanting. This crowd from Mistico, what is... Yeah, he is one of the biggest stars. And he's, I believe, arguably the top guy in CMLL. As far as popularity goes. He's the Cody Rhodes of CMLL. They got Jameer. Oh, Sin Cara. Bro, why is there a Winnipeg Jets jersey in the crowd? Hey, us Canadians get around, bro. Somebody went on vacation and we're like, wait, there's a wrestling show? Oh, that's jokes. The Winnipeg Jets aren't even wearing Jets jerseys right now. They don't interact with the audience because they think their opinions are the only ones that matter, and any discourse that doesn't align with theirs is irrelevant. Chef's kiss on that one, MDB. All the facts. Generally, people don't click on the chat because they don't. We've literally clicked on things where people are telling us to our face how wrong we are, or how dumb we are, or how we missed the point. We love it. We love it. Oh shit. And if we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're right, we're right. But we just like chatting about it, right? Like I see a lot of people out there, especially some of the screamers and yellers, and they get mad, and then just block out anybody that doesn't agree with them. It's weird. Why would you do that? Oh, could control a narrative, I guess, but it's no fun. Me just fucking ranting and raving at you guys all night without touching on how you guys feel. No many times as I sat on that side of YouTube that I wish the guy would click on my comment just to see what he thought, or girl. But right now, the Hurt Business playing Shield. And then, Mistico flings himself into the guardrail like he didn't see MJF coming. Surprise! This is the best chat room ever. I love it. This match, just aura farming so far. AW guys are not used to the lower the lower ropes. Right? It's a good point, Frank. Lower ropes for more ups. But yeah, Sin Cara's starting off with good energy here tonight. I mean, Mistico, my bad. Hashtag flung. Who flung poo? Why MJF working Roman Reigns style match? He's playing heel. Yeah, the crazy part is the Hurt Business comes out and everybody wants to chant, "We hurt people," and they're excited. MJF's kind of floating in between whatever MJF does, we'll figure it out. But instead of kind of running with that, we have, and I know we're in Mexico, but they've been doing it in the States too. Why would you just not lean into the fact that the fans want to cheer for the Hurt Business? Why would you not do that? I don't get it. What's the hesitation? The fans like them. KJ, is this the first singles match for MJF in 2025? The fact that I have to think about it makes it possible. MJF, no, it's not the first one. As we go to picture in picture. Thank you, Excalibur. Let's see. MJF. March, he fought Adam Page one-on-one. That's crazy. February 11th, he beat Dustin Rhodes. That's it. MJF has had 3 single matches in 2025, and they've all, and that's counting this one. He has 2 victories. He beat Adam Cole and he beat Dustin Rhodes. Adam Page, sorry. He lost to Adam Page. Let me rephrase. Adam Page beat MJF in March. He beat Dustin Rhodes in February. I don't know. How do you feel? Think about it. Yes or no? Is MJF one of the top talents in AEW? I'm going to answer yes. Yes, he is. And he's only had, like, people talk about part-timers and da-da-da and this and that. Oh, but KJ, he made movies. That's fine. That's fine. He's been around, though. How many weeks in a row have we done the Hurt Business thing? See, generally what you would do is you take MJF and put him in a match and use that match to help tell the stories that you're telling, right? A little bit. Because then the Hurt Business gets involved or they don't get involved. Win a match to prove yourself. Was that not enough? But yeah, MJF, here we are halfway through the year, 2 wins. Or 1 win, 1 loss. Confirmed by the president of TNA himself under my tweet, Impact will air live episode this Friday at 8 p.m. Thank you. Told you. Best TNA coverage in the business, folks. Anthony going out there getting shit done. So if you don't know, TNA Wrestling came out with a statement. And to be fair, it wasn't that concise or clear in any way. I mean, it had people thinking that this week's show was going to be on Friday and it was going to be live and da-da-da. So what is happening is we are going to be here live tomorrow at 7:45. Anthony will be here. Nick will be here. Jumping into TNA. It's going to be a hell of a show, but that's this week's show. On Friday, at the same time as SmackDown, they will be airing a live episode, which will then become next Thursday's episode, which thankfully we're going to be doing a preview show next Thursday for Night of Champions. So they'll be running reruns. I'm not sure the method. Maybe Anthony will speak to this more tomorrow night with Big Nick, but I don't get the method to the madness here. I get a little frustrated with TNA because I pay for those Friday shows that they put on YouTube a week later. To me, that's not cool. But I don't get this. I'm not sure. I think the specialty show should be on Thursday. I know this is a regular, why live on the Friday? And I know they're going to have a good show, but at the end of the day, I just don't get the method to the madness. I think for a minute they were building towards MJF and Jeff Jarrett. They were, and they bailed on that fucking quick. I feel bad for Jarrett because you want to talk about stop-start booking. Jarrett looks like a fucking idiot. So we are back to the action. Terrible forearm. Okay, so we're going back and forth now. The puppet one is back. Let's go. How do you feel? Oh, I answered that earlier, Jason. Someone else did bring it up. Yeah, it makes sense. You see what he's doing with LFG, the coaching side of things. I think a guy like Undertaker is amazing for the business as far as being creative or being back. Like, this guy's whole career was based on storytelling. How not only to tell a story, but then transfer that storytelling into telling a story in the ring, right? Like, as far as like a work rate, again, it wasn't about that. It's not about that. It's that story. It's the meaning between the big moments. Oh, DDT, Mistico. So yeah, the Undertaker being involved. Why I like it is I think he has the ability to look at talent and say, okay, you're going to do this spot, but why? What does it mean? How are we going to get there? We've seen some of the booking, not perfect booking. So if you have a guy like I wish Tony Khan could get a guy like Undertaker to work with him. And I know he had the like Bully Ray's offered to do it for free. He had Mark Henry that was willing to help him. Other people have been around. I think Big Show's still under paycheck, but somebody that can really sit him down and understand the art of the storytelling and why it's so vital. It's why I'm kind of half watching this show right now, because the lack of story means lack of interest, right? It just becomes a video show, a clip show. It becomes ridiculousness. It becomes America's Funniest Home Videos on some occasions. But it's that style of, carnage, chaos, explosion, done. No meaning to it, so you shrug and you move on to the next clip. So MJF, the devil, has a 500 batting average and 3 single matches. Pretty much. Like, this being his third, so this might help his average if he can pull off a W here. I can't imagine him losing, but Mistico's the top guy. Does he lose and piss off the Hurt Business? Oh, and we got a botch spot. There's Sin Cara. Big power slam, though. MJF was a top talent. He kind of fell down the card, though. I think because everything I've been saying, Richard, I think MJF's a top guy. He's a superstar. You'll see one day when you put story and production behind him, what he can really do. But when his rants, his promos, his matches, when they don't mean anything, you can't stay relevant. You have nothing to dig into, right? He has to be the villain that the hero has to come along and take on, either for the fans or for the company or for themselves. But if nobody comes around to really, like, look what's happening with the Hurt Syndicate, right? But MJF poked him in the eye again. And the ref doesn't even acknowledge it. Doesn't, like, why wouldn't the ref say, hey, don't do that? Anyway, just being picky. Yeah, it's crazy to think. Like, when we talk about John Cena's schedule or Roman Reigns' schedule or is Karrion. Well, I mean, Karrion Kross has only had one match and he lost it. But when you think about it, right, one of your top guys has only been in 3 singles matches in 2025. That's crazy. Talk about cashing in. I'm not sure what the crowd's chanting now. Yeah, it went away. It just went away. Canada love. It feels like a half a sentence. Anthony's going to be watching TNA on Friday by himself. I don't think so. I think we're going to arrange some things, and Anthony will have some company for SmackDown and TNA this Friday. As MJF is retreating, Mistico, blocked. They're fighting on the tombstone on the ramp, guys. Right? I think about it with MJF. MJF's the perfect example of how booking matters. MJF's the perfect example of why good matches are not enough. Because we've seen some really good MJF matches. If just being a guy that has great matches was enough, great, he'd still be crazy over. But when they're, as MJF's dragging the ref back to the ring, so weird. But that's the perfect example. No hate, just honest observation. And think about it. If MJF had shit that mattered, he'd be such a big star. But he's just another guy. Everybody in AEW feels like just a guy. Like, oh, Mistico sits up. Like, it's almost video game-esque in the idea of, like, you go into a menu, you pick your guy, you pick your opponent, you have the match. Move on, do it again. As Mistico makes his way back into the ring, breaking the count. We almost had a count out. And I'm mad. I haven't seen, and somebody can correct me if I missed it, but where are the CMLL refs? I'm so confused, KJ. About? I go in depth about it tomorrow. Yes, you do. Let's go. Let's go. Looking forward to it, Anthony. Yeah, again, we got questions, but a cool thing, like, it's hard to complain. It's just so hard of, like, if you're going to go live, don't go live up against SmackDown. Don't. It's not good for business. I am trying to catch up. Don't forget super chat, super stickers. Your only way to guarantee that I click on anything. What you just said. I said a lot of things, Vance. Spanish Fly. Is Jeff? Apparently it came early. Somebody told Jeff that the year ended in February and he retired. We only see Jeff. It'd be really weird that, like, in 8 months, Jeff pops up and says, "This is my last ride." They made him a fucking t-shirt. People are mad about Goldberg. We want Jeff Jarrett. Let's go. Jeff Jarrett would have been a lot more. They built it so well. MJF tapping to the salt of the earth. To the armbar. Jeff Jarrett, like, remember, we want him to win the Owen because of how they did it. And that's the thing. Oh, low blow, roll up, and Mistico kicks out. Right? Remember, like, we got Jazz. We wanted Jeff Jarrett should win. I'm pumped. And because the fans got into it. And the weird part is, it was AEW production that made that well. So you're like, okay, you get it. You did good. Now the fans got behind it. Book it. Nah. I don't know what happened. Mox versus Jarrett. Gunther versus Goldberg. Let's go. Low blow. Oh. Now a blatant low blow. So the match is over, folks. After a long, pretty good match, MJF just kicks him in the nuts right in front of the ref, shoves the ref out, and now he's laying the beating. I don't know if this fits. Well, I guess the Hurt Business is helping out. The Hurt Syndicate. I don't know. It's on Friday. Sell more tickets. Fair enough. That's a good, a good reason. We've seen that with Wrestling Revolver and House of Glory. Some of the independents have moved into Friday for that reason. They sell more tickets. The challenge is, if you're trying to kind of, get rest. Oh, the mask is off. They have taken his mask off. We know Excalibur. Shut up. There's the best bite. There's way too much biting. Way too much biting. Solid match, shit ending. This is supposed to protect everybody, right? Oh, wait. Bandito and friends. Wait, who is that? Kevin Knight and Bailey. Okay. Now, Oh, as MJF is wearing Mistico's mask, Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey going after the tag titles. That's okay. Alexa, play masks off. My future. Oh, fuck. Yeah, finally wrestles, and this is the match. So he has one win, one loss, and one disqualification in 2020. It's not a draw, Sherry. It's not a tie when you kick a man's nuts into the ceiling. DQ. Mistico unmasked. Good God. This is so chaotic right now. Like, I don't even know. There's a weird stalemate happening. MJF standing behind with. They put a towel over Mistico's face. So here's the question. You run an angle like that. So does Mistico show up on Wednesday and want revenge? Are these storylines like we saw it with Atlantis Senior? Are these storylines that are going to carry on into Dynamite? Are you building towards Mexican or lucha match at All In? Is it, MJF, Mistico 3, All In? I don't think that's where they're going. So you're doing these angles that have dead ends. Let's see, mask off. Right. Kung Fu fighting versus Syndicate. The reason I'm okay, I want tag wrestling back. Tony Khan barely books tag wrestling. It doesn't exist. People are talking about women's tag titles. Women's tag titles? Are you fucking kidding me with the idea of women's tag titles? What are we going to do with women's tag titles? We don't use the men's tag titles. I don't get it. Should we not be good at one thing before we move on to the next? I don't get it. The idea that the smaller, younger, upstart team, babyface, go after the Hurt Syndicate unsuccessfully, most likely. But I don't mind that chase, that angle. Ceiling balls. 2025, MJF is the hottest free agent of 2024 is 1-1-1. Right? Again, this is where I've said this to a lot of tribalists online. It's like I'm trying to reform them. Like, you can't be that critical of the other company when your company is blemished as fuck. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hurt Syndicate ran off by little guys, where Shelton could have beaten up all of them by himself. These giant, strong men run off. I hate it. AEW starting to suck at post. The part of that problem, Richard, is let's count 3 matches, 3 post-match kerfuffles, correct? Not critiquing, not being mean. Let's just deal with facts. 3 matches, and all 3 had aftermath. Correct me if I'm wrong out there. Kevin Knight looks like the only person in the ring who can actually give the Syndicate. He should join the Syndicate, to be honest. Way to make the Syndicate look weak again. I don't get it. I do not get it. We know titles in AEW are just props and have zero meaning. Yeah, I hate that. I really don't like it. But you're right. That's their doing. I'll ask this. I ask this question every 2 weeks. I ask everybody, name me an exciting champion in AEW right now. Who's carrying a belt that's cool or a really good heel? Who in AEW is a really badass champion right now? I'll wait. Here comes Ricochet. The King continues to do lower level fucking lucha matches. Isn't this the type of match that he was sick of doing? Like, oh, they never take me serious. I want to be a top guy. Okay, you're on the lower card fighting for pesos. Congrats. Mission accomplished, Ricochet. 87% of the chat was incorrect. MJF did not win. Now we got a fatal four-way. Who do you want to win that one? It's probably going to be a lucha. Ricochet doesn't win a lot. Ricochet's not in a lot. Ricochet hasn't had a whole lot of substance. And you know what the sad part of all that is? His heel turn's been really good. He just needs booked. He just needs properly pushed. Another guy, if Ricochet was going after the TNT title and it meant something, I could buy it. I'm in for it. Dorada. But how is everybody doing out there? We are at, wow, almost 9:30. So the first hour and a half almost put to bed here tonight. And we got a little bit more to go. About another hour. Hologram. What an amazing star he has become, says Tony Schiavone. If Hologram in costume walked through the mall in your town, how many people do you think would correctly point at him and say, that's Hologram? Not, who's that guy wearing a mask? I'll wait. TK watching Vince McMahon playbook and mask coming off. They've been yanking at everybody's mask. It's crazy. It's like a go-to cheap heat, cheap move. Again, unless you're building an MJF Mistico rivalry, there is no point. Right? And again, getting heat like somebody, who was it earlier? Dax. Dax jumps Atlantis Sr. and gets all this heat. That heat is not coming home with him. But here comes, what the fuck is Leo got on his face? Oh, what's the dude with the underpants on his head? It'll come back to me. You guys fill in the gaps. Leo Rush is here. Did I even put Leo in the... Was he an option? Yeah, okay. Hologram is the CW in real life. Yeah, he is the fucking crater wrestler. It's fucking nuts. People in my city would be like, who the fuck? They'd have him mugged, jumped, and kicked before he could breathe. Hologram. Am I right? Am I right? Tony Khan dug up Hologram, who hasn't wrestled since March. Again, what a star this is. This weird delusional little world that, like, yeah, I guess you're not going to sell him like, here comes this piece of shit. I get it, but make him a star. I mean, if he's really good, I'd get behind him. Pause. But I mean, it's a fucking joke. It's a joke gimmick. It's like what I keep saying about Mortos. Take the mask off. Wrestle if you're good. Is Andrade hurt? Why is Leo wrestle so much? I don't know the answer to that question, Richard. I don't. Maybe Tony Khan feels like I'm paying more for Leo. I'm going to use him. This match is going to be fucking nuts, by the way. So I know I have some complaints and grievances, but strap in and strap on. This is going to have pace. Bindo. Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Richard. And again, I'm trying to keep like that half full vibe of it's like an exhibition show. It's like a Saturday night main event. I saw one content creator, and again, if you're going to be a content creator, do you, boo-boo, but I would take some time to actually know what the fuck I'm talking about sometimes. But like, oh, Saturday main event, it's a terrible pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view. It's a quarterly special. So every time we get Saturday main event, there's going to be some wobbly shit on it. R-Truth Cena. That's good wobbly shit. Goldberg Gunther. Mixed emotion, wobbly shit. Every time we get a Saturday main event, it's going to be based on kind of that kind of thing. They're trying to buy eyes because it is about the commercials. It is about, I know people hate the commercials and but that's NBC. They're trying to make bank on a special show. That's all the TV show is a reason for you to be around for when the commercials happen. But that's kind of how I'm taking this one. Not a lot of story, not a lot of like, I don't give a fuck. Let's just see how they perform. Now, so far, you would think that they were doing angles because every match has had some aftermath to it. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand. Big super kicks. Dorado and Hologram. Oh, Hologram on Dorado's shoulders. Arm drag. There goes Leo. Oh, Ricochet kicked. Olay! Did fucking dope. Hell of a spot as Dorado and Hologram are working together. Make them a fucking tag team. Look at these guys. I want to see Dorado and Hologram versus Fraxium tomorrow. Ricochet 41%, Hologram 45%. Wow, Hologram's the favorite. Dorado 14. Leo Rush getting a 0, a zilch. Getting the key sweat treatment tonight. Wow. Ooh. Hollow for the win. All right. There goes Hologram into a barricade. Ricochet looking around. Leo working over Dorado. So now we got the other way. Oh, that's right. So 4 million pesos is on the line. So approximately 210K. Thank you, Ken. I do appreciate the conversion rate there. So we're having a $210,000 fatal four-way. Why, do you ask? I don't know. I don't know. Siobhan, buddy, he's living his best life. I don't even, as much as I don't like Shivani on commentary at all, I can't even hate on this man's hustle. I can't. This guy is horrendous. If you made a sandwich as bad as Tony does commentary, you get fired from Subway. Yet here he is. But whatever he's done, he's getting paid well, gets to travel all over. Every once in a while, fluff the pom-poms, and life is good. I can't even hate that. Like, the guy's living his fucking dream. I think he was a barista 5 years ago. Another money match. Yeah, the random money matches. Like, if I worked for the company, if you worked for the company, wouldn't you say to your boss, why didn't my match get money? Like, if you're going to do it for one, you can't have one without the other, right? Ding. Holy shit. Ricochet pancakes Hologram. Does Hologram? No. Ricochet takes out Hologram. You want to get some good heat? Oh, it'd be weird. I mean, oh, Leo takes down Hologram. Ricochet's got his arms up. We're going to break. Pitcher and pitcher. All right, where was I going with that? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. What did I read? Oh, no. There's no way that Hologram takes the pin. Unless it's Ricochet and you try and build something between Ricochet and Hologram. But then again, I told you, if they put Ricochet in a program with Hologram, I'm tweeting Ricochet every day until he answers me from that moment on. I promise. Nobody cares about Ricochet. They could, though. And other than I threw my 2 cents in about Ricochet tweeting out after the lawsuit thing about people being pussies. It's a fucking terrible approach. It's not business. Again, you want to try and get online heat, cool, but you're acting like a fucking child who's desperate for attention. But if you're going to be that guy, I fully support Ricochet being a complete asshole. But if you're going to be that guy, your booking has to match it. Can somebody tell me what Ricochet has done lately that's been of importance? What has Ricochet delivered? Like, what big rivalry has he had? What titles, belts? What has Ricochet done? Because by my math or my observation, I feel like Ricochet was better off in WWE. At least he was involved in the IC title. At least he was getting beat up by guys like Braun Breaker. Seems like it's a better fit for me. You guys can let me know what you think. But to me, Ricochet made a lateral move where I really thought Ricochet had a chance to be like a guy that goes out like Ricochet, Osprey, world title. I can hear that. I can see that. But Ricochet's on Collision. Ricochet's doing matches with Lee Moriarty and Hologram and Leo Rush. Big, the king. You talk like a king, but you're hanging with the peasants. Help me understand. Pesos 21K. Why should I? Yeah, I don't know. So you mean one of these guys that are getting overpaid is going to get a bonus, or what? Why wasn't there money on the line when Briscoe fought Okada? Okada should have got $200,000 for being no. Why? What is the purpose? Like, give me a reason. Saturday night is Grand Slam, Clash of Champions. Yeah, exactly. It's a specialty show. Now, the only thing that I don't agree with there, the Saudi show, like Clash of Champions is slightly moving away from that. You can see it with the booking. Now things have to happen on those shows. But if Saudi and the overseas shows start getting like rumbles and shit, then it's gonna eliminate it. But yeah, it's one of those specialty shows. We know nothing's going to happen in Saudi. It might look good, but they're not going to do anything. They're going to wait. Grand Slam, again, it's a bonus one. It's an exhibition. But here's a good example of where I get a little confused. Like we had Mark Briscoe, Okada. Okay, fine. Throw it in. I don't care. I think that match should have been next week. But here we got this match. There's one member of CMLL in it. Does that matter? I mean, it doesn't feel as cohesive as a recent 2-company show I watched. Where's Roosh? MIA. This guy was such a big deal. Every once in a while he shows up and beats the shit out of somebody like he runs shit, and then he goes missing again. He's like a fucking absentee father. He just shows up, whoops some ass for a couple days, and then leaves. Gone. Bye. Back out on the road. But Leo Rush and Ricochet not getting along. This is the second money match Ricochet's been in, and there has been 3 this year. But yeah. And now Ricochet and Leo Rush are having issues. I didn't even know they were friends. But Dorado bounces off Ricochet into the Hurricane Run on Rush. Told you. It's going to be a fun match. I just like giving fucking Ricochet a hard time. Hold. Is this a coincidence? WWE bring in a Mexican wrestlers and now AEW is doing well. It's some debate, Anthony, on what came first, the chicken or the egg. So each company is accusing the other of doing the same thing. It's that simple. Both companies are doing shit like this, but now they're doing. WWE is going to do a super show in Mexico. I think Mexico is a hot spot right now. As you can see with this crowd tonight, you'd love to bring your wrestling to Mexico. As Hologram Dorado going one-on-one. Oh, Tope! And we got a Tope Cornholio. Cornholio? What did I just say? Does Hologram get pinned? I already answered that one. Stop hate on Tony Khan. Can't do it. It's not hate. It's love. Because when you really love someone, you tell them the truth. This is love for Tony Khan. That's the greatest thing that came out of my mouth all night. That's all this is, Sherry. It's nothing but love. And your real friends tell you when your hair is fucked up or your fly is down or there's something in your tooth. Your real friends tell you when you're fucking up. And that's what we're doing. This is nothing but love. If we hated them or if we didn't like them or we didn't care, we wouldn't say shit. But I'm here every Wednesday because I love them and I want them to do well, man. I'm just disappointed. It's not hate. There you go, Jose. Fucking hell. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ricochet, Ricochet's biggest rival so far has been toilet paper. Facts. And they were in the right direction, right? You have a very heel Ricochet, a very babyface Swerve, and you let them have like a 5, 6, 7 month rivalry. Make it big. But they can't do it. They can't do it. The Booker's got ADD and he's all over the place. Oh, shit. Crucifix bomb? KJ, do you think there's a huge difference in pay between AEW and WWE? Not huge, depending on the person. When you hear rumors that like Roman Reigns is getting $15 million, who in AEW is getting $15 million? Right? Is MJF getting like that's a tough one. I think if you're a mid to lower talent, Tony Khan's going to be a lot more generous to you than WWE, right? Like even like an Adam Copeland, where WWE is like, we'll give you this amount of money and this amount of dates each year. Tony's going to give you way more money than that. Like Copeland probably got a really nice upgrade compared to what WWE was willing to pay him at this juncture of his career. Do I think I think certain people, it's close, right? But rumors were that Jade was offered more money, still went to WWE. Mariah May was offered more money, still went to WWE. That'll be an interesting trend to see if it continues. Because what are the values on the intangibles? But this match continues to just cook? Is it cooking? It's like fast frying. Oh, as Leo goes rolling, almost hits the ref. Oh, here it goes again. Up, over. Oh, Poison Rana. Ricochet's big. Got that one. That's it, Jose. You nailed it. I wish I had seen that before I made my big speech, but you nailed it. You absolutely fucking nailed it. Right? If we didn't care, we wouldn't complain. It's nothing but love. Because the real ones tell you the truth. Sorry, Dave Meltzer's not a real friend, Tony. He's hurting your fucking company, Tony. Wake up, Tony. Ricochet won. Not yet. Victory! Let's go. I felt good about that one. Bookers deserve criticism. I mean, everybody, if you put yourself in the public eye, you get it. We get it, right? Like, we're nobodies, and people still take the time and be like, you know nothing. Like, we know. The minute you put yourself out there, you're open to it. That's it. That comes with the territory. You're going to get criticized. Anyone out there that says, no. And I know what Triple H said. Sit back and enjoy and blah, blah. We do, but if you give a shit, we're going to get upset about it. We're not going to like it. I think his thought was taken a little out of context, but ultimately, again, we're here to, the minute you put yourself in that forefront, and if you can't handle being criticized, go work elsewhere. Go be in a place that you're not in the public eye. That's the option. If the negative comments that come through rattle you, you're going to have to do something else where you mind your own business. Go be a bird watcher or go just work and be an average Joe. Nobody will criticize you. Oh, wait, your boss might, your coworkers might. What do you do? That's life. Life's full of criticism. Oh, 2. Rush tries to use the ropes. Doesn't work. Leo, to me, is underrated. Leo is a very unique talent that you could do something with. I think he's a phenomenal heel. If you had a junior lightweight division or like a cruiserweight, and Hologram wins with the only guy in wrestling that gets a pin with a blue thunder bomb. It's the extra spin, right? It's the extra rotation. Sammy, Takeshita, they only do like the half turn. He does an extra full 180. Dude, like Tony said, it's big for him to win in Arena Mexico. Do we know if Hologram's Mexican? Asking, legit asking. Tony implied like it's a big deal. Is the hologram made in Mexico? As we go to commercial break, folks, it's been a fun night. I can't believe it's almost 10 o'clock already. Don't forget, we are not done at the top of the hour. We got more coming your way as this show musters on. Again, it's been a weird show. I'm not bored, but I'm also not super into anything. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. But Hologram gets the win, wins the pesos. And Blue Thunder. Told you. Yeah, Holoberg. I like it. I like it, MDB. Hologram has more wins in 2025 than MJF. OCM Monk, where are you? Oh, it's too funny. It's true. I get criticized every day from strangers at work. Facts. Fuck, anybody got a significant other? I know, I'm just kidding. We're getting good wrestling with no stakes. This is a filler episode. Absolutely. And if you think of this like that, this episode's not bad. It's been a lot of fun. I think there was a couple things I might have done differently to make it a little more fun. Maybe some of the matchups, maybe some of the finishes. And why, if it's just a filler episode or what I'm calling an exhibition, why is there so much angles that don't mean anything? I don't get it. Like, are they going to run? Like, if they run back Atlantis Jr., you're killing FTR right now. I don't know what's going on with Wheeler. I don't know if he or Cash. Sorry, Cash. I don't know what's going on with Cash, but yeah, it's haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but that shouldn't be a rivalry that you're building for. MJF taking on Mistico's mask and getting DQ'd. Well, is Mistico now coming to AEW to get revenge? And how does that tie into the Hurt Syndicate storyline? I don't know. Those are the questions. However, it hasn't been a lack of action tonight. I'll put it that way. We got way better. I'm going to make this very clear, but we got way better wrestling last night. On NXT, we got better wrestling. On Monday, we actually got better wrestling. It might not have been the best of Raws, but the wrestling was like having everybody run around and do flips in a series of repetitive matches. I know some people say, but it's a lucha, but we're doing it with non-luchas. So I'm confused. Maybe that's why he's not there. I vote for Mone. Oh, is that up next? Is that up next? Or are you just getting ahead of the game? Oh, it's the CEO. She should come out with more toast. I'm still telling you that there needs to be a spot. Oh, she is so painful. She is so painful. There should be a spot where Mortos gets down on one knee and she removes the bull helmet. That's what I think should happen. And get him over. Have him in the mid card with Danny Garcia. Yay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to remember how to smell fucking Zeus's. All right. Close enough. Let's go, folks. The next match is up. I did want to take a second because it's been a minute, but don't forget, we are back tomorrow for TNA live at 7:45 p.m. We will get back-to-back nights of TNA. Thursday, Friday. Thursday, we're getting a tape show. Friday, we're getting a live TNA. As always, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. So we will watch both shows at the same time. SmackDown and TNA will be on Friday, the usual 3-hour SmackDown. Tomorrow night's going to be a hell of a show. Tony, Tea Time Tony, Anthony, and Big Nick will be here for that one. And I vote for Mone. It's so weird. Monet's not eating an L, but you can't have another fuck finish. But is she really going to win another fucking belt? That's crazy. But yeah, we got more coming your way. Don't forget, as announced earlier, actually, I'll bring up the other graphic. But right now, get your votes in, Mone and Zeus. And I will remind everybody, this Saturday, we will have an exclusive interview with PCO, the French-Canadian Frankenstein, the OG, the legend, the man that's been doing it for decades, says he's not even feeling bad. He can go forever, feels great about life, and he's getting ready for a big match against Danny Moff in his hometown. And it's a House of Pain match. It's going to be two big men slapping meat and a whole bunch of other things. So be there Saturday, 1 p.m. We drop our latest interview to the channel. Super pumped for this one. Again, it was a really interesting day for me to interview somebody I watched wrestle when I was a child. I vote for Mone. Ole, Mone. Makes sense. This is what I call a battle episode in a TV series, right? Yeah, or like one of those, when you tune in, you're so pumped for the storyline, but they give you like a Christmas special one or a Halloween episode where it was all a dream, or just like a complete fucking side story episode. That's what this is. Nice by Zeus's. Hey, Zeus's. How about CMLL guys fight for AEW titles? Why do we need these multi-man tag matches with no story? Because it's Tony's way of being like, I put everybody on the show. Tony has this very immature quantity over quality approach to things. If I just give you a lot, you'll like it. Well, if you give me a lot of shit I don't like, it's just a lot of shit I don't like. Cash Wheeler, yeah, got that one. Worlds Collide was more fun than this. I would agree. Different vibe. Maybe that's the, Zeus is into the guardrail. Is Mercedes the last match? No, there's a 10-man tag. There's at least a 10-man tag. Let's see. Let's go through the list. Got it. That's the beginning. Let's go back the other way. Got it. Yeah, 10-man tag. That's all we got left. One match. So that 10-man tag is going to go for a fucking minute. A hot minute. This maybe has, at most another 10 minutes left? Unless I missed a match. This show ain't 3 hours. No, it's 2.5. Misfits, it's a 2.5-hour special, not 3. Shotzi and Gigi, Priscilla, are only going for the money. That's what a lot of them are. Oh my God. Zuzi comes down through the air hard. Whoo! Don't go anywhere as we go to commercial break. No, we didn't. Okay, we go to pitcher and pitcher, folks. Zuzi eats a Meteora in the corner. Yeah, but I think they all are. What do you think Mercedes did? She took that Tony Khan money and ran. It's true. They're all doing it. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Shotzi, I think, could go to AEW. Gigi, TNA. Her husband works there, maybe. Shotzi could go to TNA as well. I think if Tony's willing to pay them. My fear is if I was a female wrestler, you visualize that, I would be very hesitant to go to a show that doesn't book the women. Unless your priority is the paycheck and nothing else. It's why Mike Santana quit AEW or got out of AEW and broke up with Ortiz, right? Like he wanted more than just the paycheck. Some people are like that. Some people are okay with just like, fuck it. We show up fucking 6 times a year. The guy gives me $1 million. Life is fucking good. Mone gets the women's tag titles. Solo. I saw someone today tweet out that Billy Starks and Athena, you get that tag team title tournament going and get them there. What? Athena, who's been like champ for fucking ever? You're just going to shove her in a tag team tournament? That's heartbreaking. Mercedes Mone for the win. That makes sense. Beast Mortis is putting more hurt in CEO. If you know, you know. Eat all the hurt. There you go. That horny bastard. Mercedes Mone been eating her rice and beans lately. Now it all adds up. I don't even know if I'm allowed to read that. Mone with all those belts is ridiculous. It is obnoxious. And Tony Khan, again, it's one of those things where it's like the Young Bucks, right? You look back and like, well, look at all their awards. Look at all their accolades. Look at all these belts. Yeah. Like people are using that argument. Well, guys, clearly Mercedes Mone is the best wrestler in the world. She's technically not even the number one wrestler in her company. Technically, that's Toni Storm. And there's about 15 women that are more talented, more valuable. But regardless, that's what it does. That's that narrative of like, look at all the time. She went to other companies to win. Yeah, it's called money. Tony pays extra for those belts to come home with Sasha. Let's be real. She wants to get more thicker for the beast. Right? Sorry, I'm distracted by whatever this fucking commercial is. I vote Mone. Fair enough. Zusi for the win. The only way Zusi wins is if there's something weird happening. It's either a Sasha win or no win. That belt is oogly. It looks like you flattened one of those nickels at one of those machines and then stuck it on a belt. She's winning Stephanie Vacour's whole belt. Yeah. Irony. Wasn't Willow's? Yeah, once upon a time. I believe so. Where is Willow? What is Willow up to? KG, I just realized no Thunder Rosa on this. Yeah. Is that crazy? We got hologram. Thunder Rosa. I feel bad. Thunder Rosa I've seen Thunder Rosa at home cooking in her underwear more than I've seen her wrestle in 2025. No shade. Facts. Those. More down, boy. We are all ready for Mercedes 17 belts. It's fucked. That was a really nice power slam spot on the apron, though. They're showing a replay of it. Big move from the top. To me, we're starting to see an example of, and I've said it forever, if you put Mercedes in the ring with somebody that can lead, you look who's hitting all the big moves, the big moments. It makes for a good match. She is not terrible in that regard. Oh, we get a bit of a Hurricane Rana. Fall through. Backstabber. Into the bank statement. PCO looking like Frankenstein. He is Frankenstein Kane. I was like, he is Frankenstein. The Kane part, I mean, I've seen PCO set on fire several times. Yes. Down, boy. That's crazy. She on commentary? Zeusies getting it too. The cameramen are safe tonight. Yeah, no mocks. Wait, Ash, catch him, Monet. Gotta catch them all. Athena waiting to see. Yeah, I did see her comment. It would be a bummer. I mean, you finally bring Athena up to the mix where people, again, when we overanalyze in one direction, You got to hold both sides accountable the same way. Mercedes goes over. Sorry. Oh my God. And the CEO has a new belt. It's just silly. I'm not even mad about it. It's just it's this stat padding. It was an okay match, not bad time wise. Some big spots, but they were hit by the opponent. Mercedes hits, and yeah, again, it was her opponent put her in the move. So yeah, like a modified side Spanish fly, and Mercedes acts shocked as she now has 44 belts to her name. Look at this. This is insane. But this is what they're paying for. This is what they want, is this visual. The most decorated woman of all time. I don't know how companies are cool with this. Tony must be paying a penny. Oh, we got fucking streamers. It's fucking crazy. I'd be all for this if she was good at what she does, but she's not. We don't, Tony. Yeah, we can. Zeusy put on a big fight. And we got Tony Storm on the screen. It's fucking madness, AJ. It's like having a fucking like a dresser drawer full of fake jewelry. It's meaningless. Yeah. Yeah, I had no problem focusing. I'll put it that way. Nah. Mina Shirakawa, why? Tony's behind her. Where in the world is Tony San Diego? And we're back to sniffing each other. Does anyone know why the women keep sniffing each other? Like, did I miss something? Suplex. All the belts go everywhere. Tony is 100% losing at All In, guys. And then we're going to hear about the first wrestler ever to carry 10 belts at the same time. Tony chasing. Looking for Storm Zero. Gets blocked by the referees. Not one CML referee around. Did she just... Is that a fan? Big pop, big pop. I want this match to really deliver between Tony and Sasha. I really want it to be a good match. But I think Mercedes is 150% winning. Holy shit, she just fell on her head. On her head. Does anyone know why they're sniffing each other? Was there something said? Like, I don't get the sniffing thing. I mean, for the women to be behaving like dogs, I don't get what I'm supposed to, I don't understand. As Tony said some stuff and her music started again. Nobody needs as many belts. It devalues them more than you think. It devalues her because now we were in this light. And I know some people get caught up in, oh, clearly she's amazing at wrestling because look at all these belts. It doesn't work that way. And it shouldn't work that way. Another post-match angle. So right now we are 4 for 5. But ladies and gentlemen, we go back to commercial break. We are about 10 minutes after the hour. The show rolls on as we got about 20 minutes left of this bad boy. I don't know where it's going. I will remind everybody, we are here all week long for all your favorite wrestling all the time. Be a friend, tell a friend. The channel is booming. Big things are popping, and we have no intention of stopping. It's going to be insane over the next few weeks. And again, Saturday, we dropped the PCO interview, 1 p.m., exclusive to us. A little Canadian love, a little Canadian camaraderie. Hell of an interview. Shout out. I don't know if he's watching right now, but what a great guy. Super down to earth. And to actually sit down and interview an absolute fucking legend was epic. And we're completely honored as a channel. Next Saturday, Night of Champions. Next Sunday, men's mental health, as we wrestle with some mental health and we discuss it openly. We're going to have a nice open forum. Lots coming your way on that one. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. It's the nicest thing you could do. It costs you nothing to hit that like button. It costs you nothing to hit that share button. And it costs you nothing to hit the subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday. We got about 20 minutes to go. And we got one match left. And if you have not seen enough people yet today, we got some more. We got some more. It's such a hard show to kind of evaluate. What up, AMB? Jay Owens Revenge. How you doing? How you doing? Mina. By the way, has anyone seen the clips going around? Speaking of Owens and sorry, Jay. Well, thank you, Jay, or AMB. You just kind of made me remember. Anybody see the clips of Kevin Owens just walking into the Florida game? You got all these Florida jerseys, and there's just KO wandering in with a blue T-shirt on. Thought it was hilarious. Tony and Mercedes have no chemistry together. We'll see. Time will tell on that one. I don't know why they're sniffing each other. Right? When you look me in the face and you say, this is where the best wrestle, we have the best women's roster, blah, blah, blah. These are two of the best women in the world. And they're right. They are two of the best women in the world. I might not be a Mercedes fan, but that doesn't negate the fact that she's in the upper echelon and in the top percentage of her craft. That all being said, I don't understand why you would make it. I think I get it. Tony's gimmick is this over the top, but how does that tie into sniffing? How does that tie into? Maybe I'm missing something. I know it's kind of her gimmick, but I guess she kissed and sniffed Mina a little bit. And why did Mina pop up for a second to pop away? I know she was the distraction, I guess. You think the video would have been the distraction? I don't care for the sniffing. It feels, feels icky, and not in a fun way. AEW refs and CML title matches. Yeah, we're all like, did they all get the night off? Sorry, we can't trust your referees with our quality of officiating. I'm more excited for Tony Mone than I am Okada Kenny. I agree with you. Damien. I do. By the way, here comes Will Ospreay. Mone was 60%. You all were correct. I don't know why that was so low considering it was still up. Who wins? So where are we going to go? Team Ospreay. I will say I'm super impressed by this crowd tonight. I don't think they've taken a break, as they are up on their feet. But yeah, I don't feel them pausing at all. Now, here becomes the question with this match. What is Tony Khan up to? Is Tony Khan setting up Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland? Or, and my theory, is Tony Khan setting up the Young Bucks versus Ospreay and Swerve? I'm curious what you think they're up to. Is this Will Ospreay or Lyra Valkyria? I like it. Birds of a feather. As here come the ops. Joe loves good crowds. And I know everybody does. That sounds stupid, KJ. You get the best Joe when shit is bumping. Like he turns his swag up a little bit more. But we get We got Samoa Joe, Shibata, and I wanted to call him Wardlow. It's Hobbs. It's Hobbs. I know. Now, remember, Hook just got bumped. We don't know. That was actually a good booking decision, though I think it's going to lead to Hook. We've saw him pop up, but they're not done with that, right? Joe feeds off the crowd. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, he really does, and you really see him take it to that next level. Like, you think of that match he had with Punk in England, right? He killed it, just into it. But here comes Swerve. Swerve should be your Jey Uso, man. They're missing the boat with this guy. Wardlow and Hobbs are definitely twins, to be fair. Shut up. Shut up, MDB. Fuck. 24 people so far in 2 matches. It's true. True. Only 4 women showed in the entire match. Yet, why couldn't you do, like, you just put Penelope and Megan together, and they're dressing alike, and they're clearly kumbaya. You have Anna Jay Tay. Like, is there not an opportunity? You talk about Thunder Rosa or whoever else. Is there not an opportunity for like an 8-woman tag match just for something, right? If you're gonna do 2, like, this is a lot. And then what Tony will do is Twitter will start bitching and moaning about the women, and next week he'll give them a fucking nothing main event and go, see, I book them great. The Beast Toast, Mr. Mone. He took Claudio's spot. Claudio had travel issues. Anybody have any volunteers for this this match? Well, do we ever? There you go. Men can sleep to the top too, folks. You're the man, Kev. Who actually buying those Swerve Reebok shoes? Swerve and Swerve's family. Here come the Death Riders. Not out of the crowd, because the Mexican crowd would kill them. Wardlow and Hobbs are... I got that one. I had to read it twice. Moxley. Who's toast? More toast. Ah. Jose, that might be one of the comments of the night, sir. Fucking spot on. Who's toast? More toast. The Mr. Monet in the building. Hey, listen, I read a bit of the TMZ stuff. In 4 weeks, Frank Mortost becomes a lawyer. Legit. So he might just fucking quit wrestling altogether. And here come the ratings killers. The absolute death of this show. 2 of the most pompous, overrated, irrelevant children we've ever had in wrestling. More toast. More toasty. Now we get to play with this all night long. I like it. The death ratings. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And see, I think as Shafir really kind of dolled up for tonight. That was unexpected. I really think the Bucks, again, you don't have a tag team division, and the Bucks can't fight the Hurt Syndicate, because if they fight the Hurt Syndicate, people might realize they are just children, and the men are going to take them out pretty quick. But I feel like they know that Ospreay is the most popular guy in the company. They know Swerve's really close too. So that's the booking we're going to get, because it's to the benefit of guys like the Bucks. And if the Bucks are happy, Tony's happy, and that's what we're going to do. That's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong. Imagine if your lawyer told you he used to cosplay as a bull with a waist train. Oh, the I hate them so much. I hate them so much. It's just pretend. More toast claps the best guy in the company upside the head. Ole! Ole, 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 ole. I think they're chanting Monet for Mortos. Monet, Monet, Monet. They didn't even chant that for her when she was in the match. They didn't chant at all, really. Ratings repellent. I think she got all the title, and she is the new Kenny Omega and Tribal Chief. Yeah, not the same, though. Should not help sell tickets. She's not making the show better. She's holding back the women's division. When Mercedes' run is done, the AEW's women division is all but dead. Dead. Done. DED, dead. Marina looks like, yeah, right? Like, what the fuck? Right. Ole! Ole, and put it on a stick. Now they don't, people can shit on WWE's booking of the women as much as they please, but at least they're featured more. Yeah, people can go, I'll be nice. Misfits, again, that to me, the minute somebody comes up with that argument from the other side of the ledger and starts, I can't believe they do this to the women, and the AEW women are treated so bad. And I don't mean they're like unhappy and yelled at, guys. They don't get shit. And like I just said, everything's been given to Monet. And when Monet beats Tony at All In, then what? Then what? Where do you go with this? What could you even begin to do? Just keep dropping random names? Keep having random tournaments? They don't use the women. Rarely use the women. And when they do, there's no build, there's no psychology behind it. Yeah, we're getting the main event ones. And that's what people, what do you mean? Are you not watching what Tony's doing? You have more than just Tony on your team. You have so much more than that. But I got Jackson tagging out. And in comes Wheeler. Big news for Wheeler. What's up, fat laces? How's it going? Not bad. So the Beast Mortos bags Mercedes Monet and now is popping. It writes itself, Rants. Again, any sane, normal person can see those dots and connect them. Now, other people out there will say, nah, no way. They're not the Fed. The WWE does shit like that. Not us. Not Golden Boy Tony. Come on. Let's be real. Let's absolutely be real. You think that's a coincidence? Hey, I'm dating this girl. Would you like a main event spot? Hey. Just coincidence. Marina Bobbitt. No man ever wants to hear that name, Jose. KJ White and Big Nick are the best. Do not forget our buddy Anthony. Come on now. But no, we appreciate it, Kevin. We really do. KJ, I find it really hard to believe that they actually think we believe that the world title is really in the briefcase. I don't think the title fits in that briefcase. But by the way, Joe whooping ass. The best part of the show tonight, Samoa Joe. And look at it. He's feeling it. He's like, this crowd's going nuts. I'm going to give him everything. You've seen Joe on one of those nights in front of fucking 1,100 people. I love Joe, but this is Joe turned up. Let's go. Shibata. It actually looks like brothers having a fist fight right now. But Shibata and Yuta, well, Yuta's taking damage. Yeah, no. I know people are going to be, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. No, my favorite thing people do when you get them in that corner of like, okay, it might be a coincidence, but Mercedes, Mortos, what happened? And they're like, oh yeah, but the Fed, Triple H banged Stephanie, so but the crowd pops, and Joe goes down for the pin. We get it too. Let's go, Mone Toast and Will Ospreay. It's the best thing I've ever seen. I honestly thought it was a typo. It just so happened. I know. Listen, travel things happen, but you cannot tell me if this was a month ago and Claudio couldn't make it that we didn't get somebody else in that spot. And I'll be honest, what a great spot to put a CMLL guy in there. But everybody's in the ring. We got a brawl. Will Ospreay hooking up with Toast. Mercedes herself become championship. How long before Mercedes beats Moxley? Oh, step up Insiguri. Down goes Bach 1. What up, Joe? Joe. And down goes everybody. Our main event continues. They look like two brothers fighting over a Nintendo controller. Facts. We rarely let one man hold two belts. Two-man power trip. Listen, it's a weird thing. I don't even know what to make of it. What did Anthony say? Let me find it. Mercedes will have to start losing belts if she gets Tony's belt. No, I think what should happen, Anthony, is Mercedes beats Tony, and it's partly because of Luther. Luther's sick of Tony's shit, and he now has a golden wheelbarrow that he brings all her belts to the ring with. That's what we should do. And then the next time we see Luther, he's changed his garb. He's not wearing the suit anymore. He's got a different vibe to him. He's like a concierge instead of a butler or whatever the fuck. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just give Mercedes a fucking wheelbarrow and a manager to push the wheelbarrow of belts. She's like fucking Kirby. And you guys can put the dots together on that one, but she's like Kirby. You can't get her around a belt. Why is Luther? I mean, I don't know. I think Luther works well when she was a heel because he can run distraction, slip her things that she can cheat with. Now she kind of, Luther kind of falls into that. Why are you here? Leap of faith. We are in picture-in-picture. About 5 minutes left of the show. We will see how long the run over. Now, did Dave Meltzer warn everybody to set it for it could go into the next show too? I know Dave's out there making sure all the people see all the things. KJ is technically a championship. Facts. And stay tuned for news on that as well, MDB. Thank you. Now that we're past the midpoint, as soon as I'm pretty sure I know the date, but once we lock it in for certain, we will have your midlifeies, your half-year golden KJs. We will put votes up. We will get your opinion. Who's been the best? Best wrestlers, worst wrestlers, factions. You know the drill. You know what an award show looks like, but nobody do it like we do. So we're looking forward to being here for the midlifeies. And it should be an interesting one because the first part of 2025, insane. Claudio was a paperwork botch, botching in and out of the ring. But for reals, does anybody in the chat right now think, well, Claudio couldn't make it, so what are they supposed to do? There is no way Mortos is the guy. No way. And you know what? Maybe if people can't make all these matches, maybe it's a sign that you're booking too many people in the fucking matches. Why is there 10 people in this match and 14 in the last match? Or 2 matches ago, whatever the fuck it was. Mercedes taking Nick Wayne's belt too. All the belts. She, like I said, she's like Kirby. Moxley slamming Ospreay. The question is, the one thing I do appreciate is Jericho went away. And I have not heard or read anywhere. And if anyone in the chat right now has, let me know. I have not seen a single post. I have not had one comment. I haven't seen anywhere that says, my God, I miss Jericho. When's Jericho coming back? We see that all the time. When's Asuka coming back? When are they gonna use Cross? None of that. I have not seen one person say, oh, I can't wait for Jericho to get back here. Not one. But that being said, they got rid of Jericho temporarily, probably. But then you put the Bucks and Moxley all in one thing. So most of the show, I'm not that mad. You literally, you put all the things I hated in one basket. Like, here's drunken Moxley terribly selling. Runaway train. Hobbers rolling around. This match isn't great vehicle to show how it's a terrible main event. And the problem for me, Richard, is this main event. It's just the problem is it's Yuta, Moxley, and the Bucks. Like, nobody gives, like, it's not good. But the Bucks both in the ring. We got Joe and Shibata just waiting on the apron. No one else gives a fuck about tagging. Where's Blade and the Butcher? Did did Blade leave? Blade might be gone. I'm positive Bunny's gone. Butcher, last time I saw Butcher, he was doing a job, as always. That's why we have so many on the show to make up for yeah, right? Jericho's like, I went on tour and they had to book 44 guys to make up for me. As Hobbs decimates everybody. There you go. Now pin them. Let's go home. Let's go home. As we are in the overrun. No wonder KJ's been happier lately. Hey, think about it. I haven't worn my Jera Hogan t-shirt in a month. It's crazy. But it's been good. And there is a world where he comes back in a way that works. We go away. We don't miss you yet. We don't miss you yet. You know what the sad part is, though, Jose? We've barely seen. We saw him the other night, so I don't want to be a liar. Big spear by Mortoast. Oh, he's using his helmet. Why don't other guys put on helmets? Oh, a twisty suicida. Shibata watched that man run up and punch him. Fucking move. Oh, let's go. Let's go. See, would you not agree if Mortos was just a dude and he looks like this and he's going toe to toe with Joe? It works. It's not bad. Uranagi. Moxley sells like he's drunk. Well, nice. Assisted Selena Del Sol. Ospreay to the top. Eats a super kick. Jericho Hogan on tour with Fozzy. Stay there. Nobody misses you. And I got interrupted. But Brian Keith and Big Bill, Jericho puts guys over, right? MIA. Double ox cutter. And Tony Schiavone messes his pants by the sounds of it. Up and over by Swerve. Let's go. Nice spot. Nice sequence. The one she defended, she lost, and then they gave her two more. It's like that's the rule. She loses one and gains two more. Shibata, Yuta, and the sleeper. I don't know what they're chanting now. Shibata kicks Wheeler. Wheeler's down. Shibata's down. No one's to be found, and the ref should be counting. Taya get pinned by Willow last Wednesday. Deanna on Ring of Honor now. Deanna breaks my heart. I'm such a big fan of Deanna Purrazzo, and just book her. Just book her. Swerve and Mox doing a forearm exchange. This is Moxley, one of Moxley's favorite things. Oh, we got a horrible super kick. There we go. House call. Oh, wait. Nice. Rolls into the suplex, eats the cheeky Nando's kick. Oh, and Swerve getting stopped by a buck. Jericho was on tour. Yep. Stay there. This main event doesn't have... No. It's weird, right? A little weird. And especially... My God. Third shit roll up tonight? And Moxley no sells, flexes like a fucking loser, like the dad at the cookout. And we're still fighting. So 5 out of 6 matches tonight, or 6 out of 7, all aftermath. We're already gone 4 minutes after a 2.5-hour show. Ugh. I called an overrun. That was pretty easy. Nobody holding a title. You better run because Mercedes. Yeah, just picture Kirby. You'll get it. And here comes Hangman. So we're starting and ending the show with Hangman. This is Lucha. This is Lucha is what I think they're chanting. Oh, is it? This is like vegan Lucha. There's no actual Lucha in it. No joke. I feel so bad for every single woman in AEW. What Mercedes has done with the women's divisions. It's so disrespectful and crazy. It is atrocious. And somehow Tony Khan is going with it. He's paying for it. He's making it happen. Moxley and Hangman throwing. Again, Moxley throws forearms. Kick to the gut. Oh, he chucked. Oh, Hangman holds on. Why is Moxley wobbling? He was on the offensive. Oh, Hangman hits a buck. Hangman hits a buck. Yes. Hangman takes out Matthew, one of the assholes. Oh, here comes Mox with the case. Busted. This is a fucking mess. I bet you Tough Moxley runs away again. And there he goes. Pussy, 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 pussy. The toughest guy in school won't fight nobody. He is absolute fucking garbage. I'd rather the Young Bucks share the world title than Moxley be champion. And they suck. Like Moxley's on the offensive, throws the guy out of the ring. The guy catches himself, and then Moxley's like, whoa, that made me dizzy. His big sell spot where he puts his legs and arms wide. Oh, what's going to happen? Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb. Just drank a fifth of vodka. Dare me to wrestle? But Hangman sending us off. This fucking show will not end. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally going off the air. A historic night in Mexico, Grand Slam. We take a rating out of 10 on every single show. Let me know how you felt about it tonight. Again, it depends on how you look at this one. Did this episode suck? No. Did it mean much? No. Was it fun? In parts, yes. The main event, floppy, sloppy. Again, you can't just do some of the things and call it good pro wrestling. Regardless, it wasn't a boring night. It wasn't terrible. I didn't want to carve my eyes out, but there are some shit that needs addressed. And as long as Tony Khan's out there doing Tony Khan things, it will never be addressed, unfortunately. But give me your rating out of 10 tonight. How did you feel? How did you feel? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was in between? But that's it. We're done. I'm curious. Let me know. Young Sucks need to be beaten too. But again, I think if you're going to put, thanks, bud. I think if you're going to put them into, you got to put them into something. And right now, even tonight, if you're building like an Osprey Swerve versus the Bucks, tonight didn't tell that at all for me. Every match but one had and I know fans out there don't want to hear this shit, but it does matter when you're building a wrestling show. If you talk to any actual pro wrestler that has any sense in their head, they'll tell you all the shit that we're saying. Like, it's not like we're just pulling it out of our ass. It legitimately, you just can't have the chaos for the sake of chaos. And tonight was chaos for the sake of chaos. Another beatdown angle. These fake ass super kicks, they're horrible. Hangman has big Karen energy. Listen, I give Hangman love. Hangman was one of the better parts of the show tonight. Hangman, I love Samoa Joe. I wish Samoa Joe was doing something of relevance. Like, Samoa Joe would be so good, like in a chase for the IC title. The AEW version of the IC title. Joe could do so much more than just being like the old player coach, the Reg Dunlop of a trio. If only Moxley wasn't a shit champ. The worst champ in AEW history. I will say it again so nobody thinks I'm changing my mind. Jon Moxley is the worst champ in AEW history, period. That's it. Nobody. I would love for somebody to come to me and say, that's not true and this is why. I'm all ears, but nobody has. 5. KJ, you need to bring back the new and order intro for Dynamite going forward. The new world order. 100%, right? Elite lore is 2020 in 2025. Yes, kind of, sort of, no, maybe a little. I have no idea. It's just a mess. 5 out of 10. Funny how Hook isn't involved in any of this. Nope. He popped up, then he went away. And then he'll pop up again later. But what do you do with him? Does he fight Samoa Joe? Samoa Joe should beat Hook's ass in under 5 minutes, and it should never happen. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Anybody giving this anything? 0 out of 10 knee pads. No Jamie Hayter. No Thunder Rosa. No Deonna Purrazzo. No Serena Deeb. No Willow. No Megan Bain. No Penelope Ford. No Anna Jay. No Taya Valkyrie. No Taya Valkyrie. No Ty Conti. Nobody, but pretty much a few. So we do get Mercedes. She has another championship. Oh joy, oh yay, and Toni Storm. We'll see what happens at All In. But this is crazy. She is decimating this division, and there's nothing left. And by the time she's done beating everybody she wants to beat, most of your women's division are going to be wrestling for your competition. 6.5 out of 10, not bad. I think I'm in that area. 4 out of 10 says Anthony. I really hope Paige beats Moxley at All In. I'm torn right now, Kyle. We will have a preview show for this at some point. I said Moxley has to drop it. Now, does the lawsuit put more pressure on Tony to give the belt to Paige? I also worry that Tony Khan is waiting for Darby. That's what I think. 3 out of 10. Anarchy in the arena feels pointless now. These multi-tag. Absolutely, Richard. You do a 10-man clusterfuck match, and they all run around the arena, and then you come back and you do, within a week you do an 8-man, then a 10-man, a 14. They did a 14-man match. How many 14-man matches have taken place in history of wrestling? Obviously. Let me know. Anybody got an answer? I haven't seen many 14-man matches. Then on the same fucking card, you did a 10. Blows my mind. 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 4 out of 10. I'm sick of AEW cutting into my modern family. Fuck's sake. Outside the Fatal 4-Way, every match had post-match brawl. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. By the way, was the Fatal 4-Way like the match of the night? Because as much as I hated it, like the setup of it, and like it might have been the funnest match of the night. 5 says DJ. Worlds Collide was way better. At least the AAA showed up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it felt more of a collaboration than this just wrestling show in Mexico with some guest, with some guest appearances. Shout out to you and the community. I do appreciate how much you and Nick interact with us. Wrestling Rants, we love it, man. We love it. We do it on socials. We do it on Discord. Nick, Anthony, and myself, like, I'm getting better at Discord. It's one of the last things on my list. I got to get the shit out. So, but we try and interact with everybody. We wanted to build a community. We wanted to build a world. I know you guys have heard me say this shit over and over and over, but we got nothing but love. We want to interact. We want to have that talk, and we do it like nobody else out there. So again, if you got friends that watch live streams and want to tune in to some girl just because she, didn't have, the shirt on her shoulder, and you want to hear her giggle about wrestling, go ahead. Or some guy that just stares, and another guy that tries to make his show look just like ours, but him and his daughter just stare at the screen blank, like they're confused. You guys can do that. But if you have friends watching them, save them. And no shade, just facts. No shade, just facts. But go save them. Bring them over here. We'll talk to them. We'll talk. We don't know. Anyway, back to business. 5 out of 10. It's more like a foul tip off your foot. Ooh, what did he say? I'm not going back right now. 8 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Hashtag WFU for life. Wrestling for Life Network, Wrestling God. We appreciate it. 5. Jason, I'm not sure what that is, but it's either a chocolate bar or a cell phone. I'm starting to worry All In will only have one women's match. No, they're gonna. Richard, take a note of this one. I think we're gonna get the first ever AEW Women's Tag Champions at All In. That's what I think. Right. I'll watch somebody that knows nothing about wrestling just because you're cute. No, don't do that. Anyway, back to the point. Shout, got that one. Thank you. Notea mellow promo package to show some character. Nothing. 5.5 out of 10. The women in AEW. I mean, I just watched NXT last night. It was female overload. There's women everywhere. Tonight, sausage party. What have we done? That you have great women wrestlers. The argument is not about talent. Like people, our women. It doesn't matter. My car might be faster than yours, but if I don't have fucking tires on it or I don't put gas in it, we got a fucking problem and you're going to win. The best of 7 with Mone and Tony. Okay, that's interesting, Chris. Possible. Bucks help Hangman and reform the Elite to take out the Death Riders. I thought they were going to do that when the Bucks came back from their hiatus, right? You put Kenny comes back, the Bucks come back. It's like fucking douchey Transformers unite, and they defend against the Death Riders. That went out the window. They joined each other, and John Moxley's whole speech, John Moxley's whole mission statement with the Death Riders, now he's standing next to the guys that represent everything he hates. Everything he fucking hates is the Bucks. Everything that he stands against, that he cut promos about, are the Bucks. But hey, let's not be picky. If Paige wins the belt, Darby Allin comes back as a heel. I don't know about heel Darby. Do you think Darby can get over as heel? Looks like Hurt Syndicate will have Kevin Knight and Bayley. Yeah, I think that. I think that works. And I explain why. Do I expect Kevin Knight and Bailey to get the win? No, but you keep them busy. And it's like the underdogs. They're legitimately underdogs. They can push them to the limit, but at the end of the day, the bigger batter syndicate find a way to win, right? So I don't mind that at all. Fatal 4-Way was the best match. Was it not the best match? Shout out King Ricochet, making that lower card matter again. Good job, Rico. KJ, you like the hologram win, the biggest draw ever since a superstar on the rise. Tony Schiavone told me himself. So big times for hologram, big win. I am just milking this one. Wrestling for life over everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are awesome. This chat is absolutely cooking. I hate to say goodnight. They did a female Mexican wrestler, no justice. Well, I don't know how this works because at some point, Mercedes is either going to quit with all the belts or go on an epic losing streak. She has to give the belts back. She's just walking around sucking up every belt. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how to score tonight's show. It's a weird one. It's like I said, it's like Night of Champions. It's like Saturday Night Main Event. If everybody can kind of conceptualize, it's more of an exhibition. I would argue that like Saturday Night Live, they tried to sprinkle in a little more angle that carried out. But these are those fun one-off shows. I'm not mad about it, but I think they did too many angles in it. Like we need the angles on the weekly shows, not on the special shows, because they're not coming with us. We're leaving them there. Puck's trying to keep with the plan. Page to get Swerve. Yeah, I don't know how this all ties together, what the big payoff is. I hope they don't fuck up All In, where somehow they screw over Page. I'm concerned, but we'll see. KJ, what's the Kevin Knight? KJ, what is Kevin Knight? What is reason for it? Kevin Knight's a wrestler, and he's a pretty good one. I think he's like a Javon, up-and-comer. I think he's got a lot of bright side. She's going to relinquish the belts because she has no marbles. Yeah, gutless. On that wonderful note, ladies and gentlemen, I will remind you one last time, Saturday, exclusive interview with PCO. It was a trip to do. Make sure you check that out, Saturday, 1 p.m. Of course, Anthony and Nick are here tomorrow night. TNA. We get back-to-back night TNA on top of a SmackDown. We got so much coming your way. Channel, keep it busy. Once again, if you know any people out there watching live streams, and those live streams don't talk to their fans, don't interact, don't do the fun stuff, by all means, point them in the right direction. Don't forget our special show for men's mental health is coming up. Go to all our socials. All the links are below. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Dynamite, I'll give it a 6. They didn't fail, but it's just too much of the wrong shit in the wrong places. It wasn't overly bad. I was entertained, but it lacked substance, right? So with all that being said, folks, thank you for joining us. Happy Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am KJ White. See you on the flip side. Have a good night.